to it.
Wow.
Man,
I hate it when you just pop it right on there, and I'm sure you'll do it anyway.
oh my gosh.
You got to give me time to freeze the video so we don't get like the echo.
Uh-huh. Wow.
How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm good. Who is that? Oh, it's you.
Doing what? Who's doing what?
Hey, man.
Paul's back.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Paul.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, man.
I wasn't involved. I think I slept through last week, and then you guys were in NAM, and did that. I don't even know if you did the stream from Mancuda's dinner or whatever it was, but I was like, well, why do I want to be involved in that? I'm just going to watch everybody else have a good time.
Exactly.
It was bad enough that I was getting emails and messages from everybody I know that was at NAM. I'm like, for such a fucking exclusive music industry thing, everybody and his brother seems to be able to get in.
Sure seems to be a lot of people here.
Yeah, a lot of people that have nothing to do with selling instruments.
Man. Yeah, G, I missed you, man. Yeah, I've still got the cough.
The Namthrax.
Excuse me.
It's bad stuff.
What is going on with my computer here?
I don't know. What time is it? It's 9:10. It's 12:10 p.m. Not p.m.
On fucking Groundhog
Not
Day.
p.m. a.m. FM.
Oh yeah, it is Groundhog Day. Look
Where
at
you
that.
are.
Yep.
Oh, it is?
Almost every day in Arizona is Groundhog Day because it's the same. The weather's almost the same every day.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to stay on until Punxsutawney Phil comes out.
No, we won't.
No, we certainly won't.
Oh, man. Hello, February.
Hello, G. Bushnoff. Who else is out there? Pistolite, how you doing? 6 strings and 10 fingers. David David Share. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's Cher.
Jimmy Biter. 7/8 says he'll be in a few.
Awesome.
Who else? Jeff Ripplinger. Halface.
There you are, Nightbot.
John Parsons. Tom Harhai. Ron Limber. Hello, everyone.
Hello. John Parsons. Hey, man. That was you, right? I saw a comment. Yeah, John Parson. Thank you so much, man. Looking forward, man. Oh, you're an astronaut.
Oh, wow. Oh, I just got a, speaking of astronauts.
You just got some tang?
Do I have it here?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to show it. I don't know if it's a great book yet, but this is Gene Kranz, the guy who the mission, the flight controller for Apollo. So it's his biography or autobiography, I guess. So, guys know I'm into the Apollo and all that space junk. So,
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about not at the Apollo.
Well, that too. Some
Hey.
wonderful performers have been there.
Remember that would come on like at 1 a.m.
Right after Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. No, remember Friday Night Videos. Oh, that would have been Friday night.
Way to go, John.
Saturday night would have been. I don't know what came on after SNL. Wasn't it like
it was
stand up comedy?
The Apollo. It was the Apollo. Yeah,
that was stand up comedy, right?
Yeah. It was comedy.
And that's what I remember.
Singing.
Yeah, I do remember it.
Showtime at the Apollo. And there used to actually, at one point, there was Saturday Night Live, and then after that was something called Don Kirshner's Rock Concert.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that was something called the Blue Jean Network. So you're talking about Don Kirshner's Rock Concert was on at 1 o'clock Eastern time. It's on Sunday morning, 1 a.m. And then that was over at 2. and the Blue Jean Network would come on from 2 to 3. And I remember seeing a Billy Squier concert, which is the concert where they took all the footage for the videos for like My Kind of Lover and The Stroke, the one where he's in the white T-shirt and the jeans on stage. That concert I remember seeing on the Blue Jean Network, which I want to say was hosted by Wolfman Jack.
That's cool.
Yeah. So there you go. That's one of my early memories.
Yes, I'm looking. Yeah, Don Kirshner's rock concert, and I think that's where they premiered Oakland, the Oakland '81 footage.
Yeah.
And that went until 1981, so it doesn't really. I don't think it has a list of all the episodes. I'm sure I've looked this up before.
I think I saw Kiss do "I Was Made for Loving You" and "Sure Knows Something" on Don Kirshner's rock concert.
Wow. Man, speaking of Kiss, I was watching some clips from them tonight.
That show is it's really well done. It's well produced, but it's not very live. There's a lot of sampling going on.
Really?
Yep. Yeah,
Vocals
vocals.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, do you remember the? I think you could tell when that there was footage of Paul Stanley's hair on fire, and he backed away. Oh, that wasn't him?
It wasn't him. No, it's a guy. I forget the kid's name. He's an impersonator from Vegas.
But wasn't that at a real Kiss show, or was it?
That was this kid. It was this guy, and the back of his hair ended up on fire, and he kept playing.
I've seen that. Yeah.
The kid is I forget what his name is, but he shows up in Phoenix a lot at shows dressed as Paul Stanley and does pictures outside. There's a guy that does Paul Stanley, a guy that does Gene Simmons, and I know they both play in a tribute band up in Vegas. But yeah, no, it wasn't Paul Stanley, but it looked pretty kick-ass.
Yeah. Yeah, they're playing. So they played New Hampshire tonight, which is not too far from here, and Dave opened for them. So there's a few clips with Dave, and some Kiss clips. It's amazing how quick you get that. I mean, it just happened, 3 hours ago, and they're already posted. Of course, that's just the way YouTube works nowadays. So.
Oh, the way the internet works, because all the stuff I saw was on Facebook.
Yeah, in the good old days, man, trying to get shows and stuff like that, tapes of shows.
If anybody I know went to it.
We, it took weeks. You had the show, and then somebody had to sneak their recorder in, and then then they had to transfer it to a cassette, and then they had to dub it, and then you wouldn't get it for a week after the show.
Yeah, and the quality was so
terrible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there's Roth tonight.
Dave's got a good hair guy.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's not as good a hair guy as Matthew McConaughey, but it's pretty good.
Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah. Matthew McConaughey has the best hair guy I've ever seen. Those Lincoln commercials, the one where he's doing the ice fishing and he's sitting in the back of the luxury Lincoln. I'm like, wow, look at that hair. That's not his.
Well, at least he's not still going out with the long bleach blonde, thinning hair.
Right.
He looks good,
And give Dave credit. Dave is still in phenomenal shape. Not unlike Paul Stanley. You're talking about, I don't know who's in better shape, Dave or Paul Stanley, because for all the things we can say about Paul Stanley and the wig and the makeup and everything like that. And he's had quite a bit of work done. But from the neck down, I mean, he's ripped for a guy in his mid-late 60s. Paul Stanley is in phenomenal shape. I mean, credit where credit is due. That guy spends a lot of time in the gym.
After being on the road for so long, yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's easy.
Well, he's got nothing else
to see why a lot of those guys. Oh, cool.
Zoom in on that. See how much a Kiss T-shirt costs at the show.
Yeah, the kings of merchandise.
I bet it's $75.
Looks like
there's a $50.
50, yeah. 75 for the sweatshirt. It looks like the non-hoodie sweatshirt.
Yeah, long sleeve.
Or long sleeve, yeah.
$75.
Wow, that is crazy.
$75 for a fucking T-shirt, for a baseball shirt.
How much is the hoodie? 85.
Wow.
What's
Look
The
at that.
jacket is
$225.
Denim jacket is $225.
Oh my god, that's funny.
That's unbelievable.
And look, you can
Drumhead?
get a signed drumhead with the set list, $350.
By who? Who's playing drums for them? It's not.
It's Eric Singer.
Oh, Eric Singer. Okay.
Probably, I would think
Real name-
everybody, right? You think
Real
they
name
would
is
all,
Johnny Bensinger.
or just the one guy?
Is
It
Peter
looks like
is Peter Chris?
He can't play anymore.
No.
No, he's old and retired. He was never, the thing about that, Peter Chris gets shit on as not being a great drummer. He's a jazz drummer, and was never a powerful rock drummer to begin with. Not one of those guys that came from the Gene Krupa,
Right.
Buddy Rich school. So, never heavy
Not on a
footed,
lot of
never
people's
heavy-
top lists of drummers.
No, well, it's funny you say that.
Well, unless
Remember
you're a
in-
Kiss
in-
fan.
In the 70s, remember those guys won every award back when the guitar magazines and music magazines were like, bass player of the year, Gene Simmons. I'm like,
Right.
are you shitting me?
Because they had the most exposure at that point.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Can you imagine? A band like Kiss couldn't have happened in today's media.
Well, not a rock band. But that's
No,
almost something that could happen as a novelty. A rock band that would take up the reins of what Kiss did.
No, because I think that's what Ghost is doing now.
Yeah,
And
but I mean,
Ghost and Slipknot are sort
Right.
of playing that card.
well, and they've been doing Slipknot's been doing it for 20 years anyway, right?
Right. And Ghost has been around for 10 years.
How about Guar?
Guar was great. Guar was a fantastic band.
Yeah, they were.
and
I saw them years back in like 91 or 92.
It was a great show. I mean, and again, there's a great example of a band that the novelty is so much bigger than the reality of the quality of their material.
But they did have some quality material too.
Yeah, no, they could play.
I mean, they were
And
as much as
try
a
playing in
kind
those
of a joke
outfits.
band, right?
I was talking to our friend Caleb about this today. Dred Zeppelin. We were talking about Nerd
Mhm.
Halen, and Nerd Halen is a great gimmick band, and I don't say that to try and demean their musical talent because they can fucking play. I mean, they're really tight and really good, and that music is recreated exactly the way it's supposed to be done. But I was telling him, I go, it's like Dred Zeppelin. Dred Zeppelin was a band with a great gimmick. For those that don't know, Dred Zeppelin was a reggae band that played Led Zeppelin songs reggae style with an Elvis impersonator as their lead vocalist, and it's really funny.
Yeah.
Like, it was really funny, and the joke wouldn't have been great if they couldn't play, and they could play, and the kid that was doing the Elvis thing sounded just like Elvis, and they would combine Elvis songs and Zeppelin songs, like they would do Heartbreaker Hotel, and so now they're ahead of the mashup game too.
That's cool.
And
I always remember hearing about them, but I never knew what they were about.
Robert Plant loved him. Said it was his
Yeah.
best. He said it was the best Zeppelin ripoff he'd ever seen, because it was unique. It had done its own thing.
They were around like in the early 80s, weren't they?
Dred Zeppelin, mid-80s.
Mid-80s.
They put out, I think I've got 5 or 6 albums. Hang on, I'm looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 albums.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Looks like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers or something, because that stage set is just so
Oh, he's
bland.
right.
It's
it
so
looks like he's playing at a gymnasium.
yeah. I mean,
Talent show.
Man.
Anybody want to beat the shit out of David Lee Roth's band just on principle? Or just look at him.
oh, come on.
No, look at them. Look at them.
What else are you gonna do with Dave?
It's the most un-rock and roll, 4 or 5 un-rock and roll guys.
And they're all wearing black,
Yeah.
complete black. Nothing. It's just they're just a back line, and the drums are
Yeah.
black. You've got the black Marshalls.
Fuck, Dave
That's
should-
crazy,
He should just come out to a soundtrack, pre-recorded music, and
man.
just do his thing as a solo act.
That's kind of funny to see that. I mean,
No, it's not. It's sad.
Well, it's sad and funny. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's just the David Lee Roth show. I mean, you're not in as much as the band is great, and we've listened to some of the newer stuff. Yeah, I mean, he's hiding them in the background there. All he has is a spotlight on him, and they're all just dark in the background.
What
Mm-hmm.
I loved about David Lee Roth, and I hope other people did too, was there was a period of time when you got, Dave sort of brought Steve Vai to a bigger audience. Dave brought Jason Becker to a bigger audience. Dave brought John Lowry to a bigger audience. it was almost like Ozzy, you know, where
his early solo days were just as big as, you know, Van Halen with Sammy, you know?
Right, but the point being, the guys that he had playing the guitar with him, it was almost like, you know, everybody understands that there's got to be sort of two guys in the band that make it work. You know, the lead singer and the guitar player, or the bass player and the lead singer, or whatever it is. There's usually two. And Dave had this knack for grabbing phenomenal guitar players. Again, not unlike Ozzy Osbourne, where the guitar player that stood next to him was almost as important as they were.
It was always, it was always, you know, Ozzy and Randy and Tony, and
you needed to have a hot.
You had that sidekick, definitely,
yeah. And now there's none of that with the new David Lee Roth band, and I think for guys like us who are older, I think that that hurts, because we expect a certain thing, and I don't think that the new generation of kids, and by the way, the new generation of kids could be, you know, anybody 20 and younger. I don't think they care. They don't give a shit about who's playing guitar with David Lee Roth, whereas we do.
Very few of them. I mean, there's still a few. I see, you know, some of the younger kids, you know, at least they hold the torch. You know, they wear Stone shirts, Queen shirts, Zeppelin shirts, and they know what it is. I've talked to plenty of them, you know, that they know what it is, and you know, but it's tough. I mean, it's dying. It seems like, and they've been saying it for years, but.
Well, I mean, a great example of that for us, you know, we talk about the Roth band. You know, we were thrilled with Vi and Sheehan and Bissonette, you know, and Brett Tuggle. Let's hear it for the keyboard player. Like we knew everybody in the band. Like you could name everybody in Iron Maiden. You could name everybody in Judas Priest. Who plays bass for Slipknot? Yeah. Who gives a shit? Nobody cares. They're faceless, nameless people. Not that they're not talented, because they're very talented, but who cares? They're not characters. They're not interesting in any way, shape, or form. And I think that that's what hurts music right now, is that there are no characters, no personalities.
Yeah.
Very few.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at the
hero. I mean, even heroes. Think of, you know, certainly no guitar heroes. I mean, there's nothing. Hero musicians. I mean, it's people at our age that you know.
It's because there is Guitar Hero.
Yeah, exactly.
No, actually,
is that still a thing?
Was a good thing. That was a good thing. Thank God.
Yeah. A lot of people, you know, they
for
went
the
to
tracks.
Yeah, exactly.
For all those isolated Van Halen tracks that I now have.
Right.
You know?
No, it's a you know, we always knew, you name a band from back in the day and you knew who the guitar player was. We knew who they were.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't just David Lee Roth and five guys in black suits behind him.
Right.
You know? Shit, we even know when Jimi Hendrix played with Little Richard, you're like, shit, that's Jimi Hendrix. You know? And there's something. Fun fact, Jimi Hendrix was the second guitar player in a band where Tommy Chong was the lead player.
I saw that. I saw that fun fact. I think it was on Facebook recently.
What was that? What was that?
Tommy Chong was the lead guitar player in a band with Jimi Hendrix. Jimmy played second guitar.
Really?
In a band where Tommy Chong was the lead player. Yeah, back in Seattle. How fucked up is that?
Oh my gosh.
Tommy Chong. You see Tommy Chong. Hey man, I'm gonna play this solo. Yeah, groovy man.
Jimmy.
I do have some pictures from what's the story? There's some show. Maybe if I can find them, I'll show them. There was some jam that was Cheech. Cheech did this jam with Eddie Van Halen back in the 80s.
Huh.
And they're on stage together playing.
My friend actually had a band that Eddie Van Halen named after him. It was a charity event that they were playing in Chicago. I think it was in Chicago. And it was like an all-star band. And they go, we need a name for this band. And my buddy goes, just call it the Lou Brutus Experience. And Eddie goes, all right.
That was the Jason Becker benefit.
Yeah. And Lou Brutus is a good friend of mine. And he's like, yeah, he goes, no matter how big a Van Halen fan you are, he never played in your band.
That's cool.
And the same thing is Gary Sharon is a friend of mine. Growing up, Gary and I played on the same stages many times. And he's like, hey man, I was a singer in Van Halen. I'm like, fuck you. He's like, it doesn't matter what you say. I
Right.
was the singer. In
He'll
Van
always
Halen.
have that.
I'm like, you suck. You're an asshole.
I
And
saw
he's
that.
not, by the way. He's a great dude.
I saw that he was playing tonight because I have his brother on Facebook, and
Mark?
his other one,
Oh, fuck, I forget the other one's name.
or maybe I don't know.
No, it's the other. He's got a twin brother. Mark is
Okay.
a twin.
Okay, I don't know if it's him, but
Greg.
Greg. I want to say it's Greg.
Yeah, it's Greg.
That's his other brother.
Greg
Yeah.
Sharon.
Anyway, he posted about a show tonight that Gary was playing. It was like a Who,
Yeah, Slip Kid.
a Who show.
Slip Kid. It's his Who tribute band.
Yeah, I've heard of those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, he does a Who tribute. Then of course he's got the band with Mark called Hurt Smile, which we talked about a couple of weeks ago. And then
I think
Extreme
they've
is
opened
fun.
for Extreme a few times. I'm sure they've opened
Hurt
for
Smile?
Extreme. Or the is it what is it? The is it his brother who does the cover
Yeah.
band?
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Flesh.
I don't know.
I think you're thinking of Flesh. Flesh was a band that had Nuno's brother and Marky Sharon in it. So Mark Sharon played guitar, or maybe Greg. Gary's brother played guitar, and Nuno's brother sang. And the band is called Flesh, and they sound a lot like Extreme.
Mm-hmm.
So there's somebody for you to go check out if you're interested. And if you like
They
Extreme,
still playing around?
I don't know if they are or not. I know
Yeah.
they put out an album. I have the album here somewhere.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. Hang on, let me find it. No, just in case anybody's interested in finding
I
it.
have the cassette and the CD and the LP.
Oh, trust me. We'll talk about that too. Here you go. This is Gary Sharon and Nuno Betancourt's brothers band. Flesh.
When was that out? That looks
Probably
like 90s.
Yeah, I
Probably-
gotta put on my cheaters. Hang on,
Yeah.
because I'm old.
Mike as himself asks, what about some of the power metal that has been coming out since the late 90s? Yeah,
1994.
never really got into, that power metal. What is it? I mean, that's kind of the Slipknot stuff, isn't it? Power metal? Or?
No, power metal is more like it's more like Riot 5 and Sanctuary and some of those other. I mean, there's some good power metal bands, but it's not interesting. I mean, the fact that great music fans big music fans can't name them all right now.
Right. Yeah, I've never been,
No, respectfully to Mark Roberts, Paul Gray is not very well known. He's well known amongst Slipknot fans, but he's not very well known. He's not a household name like Steve Harris from Iron Maiden or
John Entwistle.
or John Entwistle. You know what I mean? Those aren't people that if you know Slipknot, great, but they're not well known, which sucks because Slipknot is a great band. For what they do, they're fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But they wear a lot of makeup and stuff, right?
Well, no, they wear masks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd never know. Like the guy could
Right.
walk down the street and he could walk into a guitar center and you would never know.
By the way, yeah, no.
Unless you're a fan. I mean, they must have someone. Do they do the whole Kiss thing where it's nobody's ever seen them?
No, that was
unmasked?
for a while. For a while, that was what they
Yeah.
did. Mike as himself mentions Halloween. Halloween has been around for 40 years. They
Yeah,
started
another one.
Late
Remember hearing-
70s, early 80s.
But never managed to get any kind of foothold anywhere.
No,
you know?
no. Halloween actually is.
It's almost like Overkill's another one of those, which is a great band, but they just
Halloween
didn't.
was Germany's Queensryche.
A lot of the metal band, even like Exodus and stuff like that. They just never suicidal tendencies.
Well, that's somebody asked me years ago. It was like a radio interview, trade magazine thing. Said, what is one of the biggest crimes you think that's happened in music? And I said the fact that Fred Durst got rich off of music pioneered by Mike Muir, because Mike Muir and Suicidal Tendencies invented that rap rock thing long before there was
and Mike Patton too. You know,
and
I would
before
put
Mike Patton.
Yeah,
before Mike Patton, it was Mike Muir. Suicidal Tendencies, Join the Army was a rap rock. You know, and I don't mean rap rock in the sense of Walk This Way or Bring the Noise with Public Enemy and Anthrax. I mean its own thing. You know, Bring the Noise was a hip hop song that Public Enemy.
Those were crossovers more
re-recorded.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Walk This Way, but Join the Army and some of that stuff that Mike Muir was doing in the early and mid 80s predates Korn and Limp Bizkit by a decade. And
that's when rap was emerging, you know, in the hip hop kind of community.
Yeah, I mean, if it weren't for Mike Muir and Red Hot Chili Peppers, Faith No More and those bands don't happen. You know? Yeah,
Chili Peppers another, absolutely. And they were what, 84?
Yeah, I mean that was early on. That stuff doesn't exist without Suicidal Tendencies and Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know, it's easy for us to shit on the Chili Peppers because they did the same thing Soundgarden did. They got into this groove and just milked that groove until it was dry.
Yeah.
But the early Chili Pepper stuff was phenomenally funky and really good.
Absolutely,
and groundbreaking.
And like you were saying, you could name everyone in the band too. You know, you know, Flea was just the monster bass player, and
Hillel
Frusciante and Hillel. Yeah,
Hillel Slovak was a great guitar player. Unfortunately, no longer with us. And then when Frusciante,
Chad Smith, of course.
Yeah, when Frusciante joined the band, they went to another level. Unfortunately, then they did like with Soundgarden. They found that mid-tempo, sort of ballady thing, and went, "Oh, this sells millions of records. Let's do that." And good for them. But it's nowhere near as interesting as shit like Uplift, Mofo, Party Plan, or you know, Abbey Road EP.
They're still going strong. They're doing was it Boston Calling this year? With Foo Fighters and Rage.
No, Mike as himself. Halloween is not from the early 90s. Jesus. Go look up Walls of Jericho and Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 1. Those are mid 80s records.
Was there two Halloweens or that? No. That's something else. Well, there were two Halloween the movies. There was a couple of different versions and different. They've remade that at least God knows how many. I know they had Halloween 1 through whatever, but there was also just Halloween a couple of times.
Halloween was founded in 1984. Sorry, I take it back. It wasn't quite 40 years.
Well,
36.
6 years now.
It's close enough.
Close enough.
Their website is halloween.org.
Is it really? That's awesome.
Does that make them a nonprofit or something?
Well, nobody really buys their records. So that's
what's their Spotify look like? Don't they have all the stats on Spotify?
They might. I don't know. Halloween. I just remember.
Good night, Janice.
Walls of Jericho was their first record, their first full-length album, and then they did a record called Keeper of the Seven Keys, which was a concept album. That is
sounds like Iron Maiden stuff like that.
Yes, you know. Very similar. And Keeper of the Seven Keys came out, I don't know, 2 or 3 years before Operation Mindcrime. You know, bands like Savatage and Fate's Warning and Halloween were doing those large, progressive, epic concept albums for metal long before Queensryche did it. Queensryche just did the best version of it.
So that's them right there.
Yep.
Wow. They don't look so bad. I mean, they don't look like I don't know, like a band that would be called Halloween. I would think more masks and blood and stuff. But honestly, I've heard of them, but I never really listened to them or anything.
Every Halloween, they did a song called Halloween, and the video used to be on MTV. The video itself was like 7 minutes long.
Look at the guy in the middle. My God, he's all bugged out.
The song is 15 minutes long. The
really?
Song Halloween, yeah, it's 15 minutes long. Yeah,
that guy looks like a priest on the left. No,
and
oh my God,
that guy on the top, he just looks like some regular guy.
That's what I mean. Yeah, he must be the keyboard player. I'm guessing.
Let's hear it for the keyboard player.
Or somebody. Oh my God.
There you go.
Yeah, he doesn't fit. That doesn't. That's the drummer. Let's guess who does what in the band.
There's Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 1 and Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 2.
Ooh, cool artwork anyway.
And this was, just so I can mention to people like Sean Zimmerman and stuff who were questioning how long these are. Wow, I can't read that. This is 1987. So that'll be 33 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, my gosh.
So there you go. So yeah, they've been around for 36 years, almost 40 years.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Jay.
Almost like me.
Yeah.
Hi, Jay.
Hello, Jay. Poof.
Let me turn my microphone on. You guys are talking about Halloween. I got to get in here, man.
Those guys?
School me, man.
Those first two records are effing awesome.
Do you have Walls of Jericho?
I bought another Halloween album, but I was so like obsessed with the Keepers 1 and 2 that like everything else to me was just like, that's not like this. I don't like that. You know, it was
the closest they came to a hit outside of the song Halloween is "I Want Out."
I want out,
which sounds like a Queensryche song.
Hell, it's the shit, man. Dude, Future World.
That's Pretty Maids.
Time.
Future World is Pretty Maids.
You know what's awesome about that? Around the time I really got into like hard rock, my grades started taking a dump. And my father thought it was because of like the heavy music, you know. He wasn't sure what was in the vocals and all this stuff. And that wasn't anything to do with it. It was just that my attention, I was paying so much attention to this music that I didn't want to, you know, like.
Well, that was around the time of the PMRC too, right?
Well, no,
right
I go to my room to do my homework, and I would just sit there and listen to music, you know, and I wasn't studying or doing anything.
Right.
So a friend of mine, in what grade would I have been in? Fifth grade. I think fifth grade. He brought in Keeper of the Seven Keys. I want to say it was part 1. And I took it home and I'm listening to it. And my father, he hears it and he comes in my room. He's like, "What are you listening to?" And I was like, "Oh shit." You know, I was like, "Oh, this band Halloween." So he's like, I told this story before, but I think it's pretty awesome though. So he's like, let me read the lyrics, because he sees Halloween. He sees that album cover. He's thinking, you know,
right?
What the hell? Band called Halloween.
What the Halloween? Yeah.
So, you know, this is around that same time. You know, remember the Judas Priest thing and like the Iron Maiden.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The PMRC was that what it was? PMRC, Parents Metal.
Yeah, the PMRC and then the
Tipper Gore.
Oh yeah. God, yeah. Well, they weren't like huge into that, but they just my father wanted them. My parents,
right? But it was in the news. It was some, you know, it was something that was, you know, they just started putting the labels on, you know, parent advisory, that kind of stuff.
And then, you know, with the whole Master of Puppets, you know, my father thought that was about the devil, but it ends up being about drugs, you know. So he was like, "Holy crap!"
Suicide Solution.
Yeah. So he takes the Halloween cassette into my bedroom, or into his bedroom, and I hear him reading the lyrics. And he
Johnny, pull up the lyrics.
Well, I remember him reading the song Halloween. He was reading. I actually remember him reading those lyrics out loud. Mm-hmm. And then he comes back in my room a little while later with the cassette and the cover and, you know, the case, and he's like, "This is actually some positive music. Like, these lyrics are very positive and uplifting." He's like, "You can listen to this, no problem." But it was just funny. My parents thought it was the heavy metal music that was making my grades turn to crap. I mean, it was, because I wasn't interested in school anymore. All I wanted to do was listen to music.
Well, at least he took the time to look at the lyrics. I mean, a lot of parents would just say, you know, "You're not listening to that crap."
Yeah, well, I had to listen to number of the Beast quietly.
It's funny because, see, there's the thing. Soda mentions this. He goes, "Halloween reminds me a bit of Maiden," and I would say absolutely. Iron Maiden to me begat bands like Savatage, Halloween, Fate's Warning. I think Iron Maiden is absolutely the genesis of prog metal. You know, well, yeah, I'm saying, and again, Queensryche, as I had mentioned just before you signed on, Halloween was Germany's Queensryche.
Yeah.
Savatage was New York's Queensryche. They were all sort of, but it's very similar. If you listen to like songs like Queen of the Reich, that's a Maiden song for all intents.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say before, like Rage for Order, there was a lot of Maiden influence in those guys, and then they kind of developed their own sound.
Yeah, that galloping bass line thing obviously is a Steve Harris trait.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what Maiden did for me was took progressive metal, and then almost that Baroque minstrel, type stuff that you would hear in Renaissance music, and sort of all tied it all together.
Well, it's like the early the Rainbow stuff, with
same
Dio
thing.
and,
Johnny, pull that back up. I'm sorry, I was
reading those lyrics.
Oh,
definitely. At least the opening lines are positive, holding hands and stuff.
No, they were good. Halloween's a good band. They just never broke in this country.
And then it gets kind of gothic and medieval, which is cool. Not in
Mike himself says Eddie Jackson is the man. Hell yeah, Eddie Jackson's bass tone on Empire and Promised Land are those are two of my favorite bass tones ever.
Yeah, really, really round and full. No, I mean, it's and again, this is the Rainbow influence. Bands like Rainbow and Yes did that whole fantasy thing within this really, really.
The hell song is that? That's the song. I was saying go to the song Halloween.
Halloween, yeah.
From them. Go to those lyrics because I remember him reading those out loud. It's like masquerade, grab your mask and don't be late.
Yeah, there's a good part where the guys in Halloween actually got the joke. If you get a chance to watch it at some point on YouTube, watch the Halloween video, the song Halloween, and there's a part in it where they break down and it goes into a halftime thing. And the lyric is, "I am the one, doom's in my hand," and you can see the singer is smiling. He's like laughing. He can't even sing it with a straight face. Like they totally got what they were doing was silly and goofy,
right?
And it's just such a great moment. I love bands that don't take themselves too seriously. Like when Yngwie Malmsteen would get out there and play with Jeff Scott Soto and they had the dragon shooting the fire out and stuff. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but settle down.
Wait.
There you go. And then, by the way, you listen to that and it might be Disposable Heroes, that riff.
Johnny's getting flagged.
Yeah, just for the
yeah, if you play 5 notes and we're done.
Waiting for the big pumpkin to arise.
Oh no, it was really good, and they had again, not unlike Iron Maiden with Eddie and the
they had like a mascot.
Yeah, they had a mascot, and he was a guy with a pumpkin head.
Oh yeah,
in like a 3-piece suit, dancing around in the video. Like every band had to have a mascot at that point. Maiden had Eddie, and Megadeth had Vic Rattlehead, and of course the Motorhead, what they call the War Pig. Everybody had a mascot at that point, and Halloween's mascot was a guy with a pumpkin on his head, which I probably could have gone as on Halloween several different times. It's a big head joke. But cool band. I didn't think we were going to talk about Halloween tonight.
Right.
See if I can find a picture of him. I did see a picture of the band with a pumpkin.
Yeah, no, if you look at I think on some of their album covers, there might be on the I Want Out CD cover, there might be a picture of the pumpkin with his face smiling and shit.
Future World. Yeah, those albums are great, man.
Now there's another band, like I mentioned earlier. There's a band called Pretty Maids out of, I want to say, Denmark. That was also a prog rock band that had a song called Future World. You might remember the video. It had a black Barracuda, Plymouth Barracuda, tearing across the desert. And it started off really like gothic sounding, and then it had this sick guitar riff. and then these like horrible keyboards punched in there. It was like, and you're like, oh, guys. But yeah, Pretty Maids put out a couple of really good records too.
There we go, Jay. We have a guitar question. Renus.
Can you replace an Ibanez Edge trem with a Floyd Rose trem? Oh God, that's a Nesdal question. That's not. I don't think you can.
That. No,
I don't think you can. I don't think a regular like this is the original Edge. I don't think you can put a regular Floyd in here.
The Edge, I think the edges are thinner.
Thinner in the frame itself, the piece itself. I think they're routed. The width is the same. I think will fit, but I think that the actual unit itself is not as deep.
Well, I have a question for Renus. Why would you want to replace an Ibanez Edge with a Floyd Rose?
That's a good point. The Edge is a stable trim. There's nothing wrong with it.
Beyond, I think they're better. That's my personal opinion.
Mike is himself. I know who Mancow is. His name is Eric. He's from Kansas City.
There's a reason why when Ibanez went away from the original Edge and the Low Pro, people went nuts, and now they're back.
Mm-hmm. Did Ibanez ever release anything with the original with the Floyd? Did Floyd ever come on any Ibanez's? No.
Always... after the Low Pro, they came out with. Oh, Nesdal knows.
What did they early on? They
came out with a trem that was super duper close to a Floyd, and then they got sued, and then I think they only lasted like 1 year. So those, whatever those are kind of
before
rare.
That era, like the early '80s. Didn't they have some locking? They did use some locking tremolos. That was it. Maybe it was a Kahler or something like that.
Could have been a Rockinger,
unless they had their own version at the time.
All right, so Rena says I scored a 95 Ibanez RG470 from Guitar Center used for $200. Wow, that's pretty good, man.
Pretty good, yeah.
And it came with a Floyd Rose special. Yeah, get the special off of there. Keeps breaking strings like crazy. Thinking, you know what?
Put a Goto on it,
or you put a Goto. Yeah, but let's wait for Tuesday. Come on Tuesday's show and ask Nesdal what you can put in that guitar because he'll know exactly what if an Edge will fit in there. And just, or replace it with a German Floyd, you're going to spend the same amount of money you spent on that guitar for that Floyd, but that's fine.
Yeah. But you got such a great deal on the guitar. You might as well, spend a couple bucks and get that thing. If you want it to be right. I mean, you can half-ass it, but you're going to end up doing it 2 or 3 times.
The Edge Pro, I believe, is the one that came out after the Low Pro. And supposedly they were really, really good, but they got sued by Floyd. I guess they were too close to the design or something. There you go. That says it all right there. And the Low Pro, in my opinion, is the best one. That's just me.
Ibanez has made superior guitars for so long. They do such a great job.
And Johnny, does it say anywhere in there the Goto makes the Low Pro and the Edge? Because that's what I learned not too long ago. So that's one of the reasons why they're really good.
Here you go, like the one Michael J. Fox used in
Michael J. Cox
in Back to the Future.
Oh man, I wanted that guitar, man.
Oh yeah,
is that a Roadstar? Ibanez Roadstar, right?
It's out of focus. I don't know.
Yeah,
looks like a Roadstar.
Maybe it's just the picture. I think
like a Roadstar too.
Yeah, my buddy has a Roadstar, old Roadstar. I talked.
So what kind of trem was on that for an 80? Probably an 84, I would guess, right?
It's gonna. I don't even. If it could be a Kahler. Kahler or Rockinger. If it's locking, a lot of those.
Yeah, it is. That's what I was. Yeah,
yeah,
it's locking. Yeah, that's what I was.
Think Kahler or Rockinger.
Or unless it's a giant nut. Thank you, Mancuda.
Giant nut.
Oh man.
That must be just before they kind of switched over to super strats. Even though that is kind of a super strat, but not like the gems and that kind of thing.
Wednesday asked about Digitech. Digitech got shut down in like November of last year.
Yeah, they got bought out by.
They got swallowed up by Samsung, and they showed everybody the door. I don't even think that the badge exists anymore. Once Digitech, and I got an old RP 500 I love.
Oh, look at that too.
Looks like a Roadster.
It's all their vintage stuff. Oh yeah.
How much
is it
was that
missing
guitar at that time?
Wow.
It's like Kevin Bacon on drums, doesn't it?
The lockers are staggered. That's kind of weird too.
Yeah, that is.
The middle one is. Let's get to the bottom. What kind of guitar is that? What is that?
It's a Roadstar 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've played them. I've actually I have one. I'm looking at it. It's not the exact same one. I have an older one than this.
My buddy
Back in
has
1992.
a Roadstar, single pickup. Looks like a Beretta.
You could probably buy those for $100 back in the early 90s.
$179. I'm brand new at Daddy's Junkie Music on Route 9 in Natick.
There you go.
Like that guitar?
I'm sure I saw dozens of them at Daddy's.
Roadstar with the single pickup.
So how much was that? How much was that guitar that Michael
That was
J.
probably deluxe.
RS 440.
Oh, there's a good picture of
Is
it.
that you think that's it right?
Ibanez Roadstar 85. So yeah, let's find out when they filmed that, because I think it was filmed in '84, so it couldn't
filmed
be
in '84. Yeah. I think they wrote the movie back in like 1980.
Yeah, and it was a refrigerator at first.
Right. And then Punky Brewster got trapped in a refrigerator, and everybody was scared.
Not to be confused with Punky Brewster, the band that Devin Townsend once played with.
Metal Soda says, which Ibanez bridge is where you don't have to cut the ball ends? You know what? I don't know.
Oh, look at that! Look at that nut.
Oh, look, it's not. That's pretty
It's
weird.
not staggered. It's just the way it's built.
Yeah.
Well, does it have a regular nut on there? It must have a regular nut too.
I think
Just
it
in front of
has
it.
just a regular nut, and then that piece sits up on the headstock and clamps. So it's not
It looks
it's not like a Floyd Rose stuff.
Is there a close up of the arm and the tremolo itself?
right there?
Is that a Kaler or a?
Oh, I don't remember, man. I think it's. I remember not liking these guitars actually.
How much
Well,
were
that's
they?
what
when they
that's
came
kind of.
out?
I
Were
think
they
they were
budget
like
guitars?
$300.
Once you see a Floyd, all that looks terrible when you after.
Yeah, it's not as good. It's not as good as a real Floyd.
It always makes me laugh when like they film these movies on these unlimited budgets. Well, maybe that didn't have an unlimited budget, but you know what I mean. And they use like crappy instruments sometimes. It's like,
Well, that was the famous flub in that movie, the 335 he was playing.
Yeah, it didn't come out yet.
Hadn't come out.
Yep. They didn't think there'd be these nerds online. Wait a minute, that couldn't be real. You know?
I had a nerd moment. I had a nerd moment like that last night. I was watching. I'd never seen Miracle, the Kurt Russell, about the 1980 U.S. hockey team.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching them, and they're showing them training on the ice. I'm like, oh, this is wrong. I'm like, what? I go, those Bauer skates didn't exist until like the mid '80s.
Yeah, good luck getting like a whole bunch of old pairs of skates.
Yeah, old CCMs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But these were all old. Like I was watching the helmets and the skates. I'm like, those things are completely not of the right era.
Yeah.
They did film it in '85.
They're using composite sticks.
Well, remember, don't forget they filmed the whole movie with Eric Stoltz, and then
not the
they
whole
had to
movie.
I think they filmed like 75% of it.
They filmed like 5 weeks or something.
Yeah, and then they did 100 days up until April 20th. So
and Eric Stoltz is still in the original.
Is he?
There's one scene, and somebody found it. There's one scene where it's in the cafe, not the cafe 80s, because that would have been in the future. What was the
And it was
the diner
50s.
yeah.
in the 50s. Yeah,
I'll be right back.
that had to be a.
I'll be right back.
Oh boy.
Oh, Ned.
Holy crap. I thought it was
Man,
like,
where does he find
did
those
Ned
things?
have kittens?
Jeez.
We
And
shut
that
the
just-
window to keep him in the garage.
Go take care of that.
And he brings it in here. So, oh my
John,
God.
Johnny, I hate to tell you, you got a rat problem.
That's not a mouse, man. That is a
You got a
giant
fucking
rat.
rat problem. That thing is, you could saddle that thing.
You got to start doing the dinner for schmucks thing where he makes the little mouse people. Those are cool. You've seen some of those?
That movie.
There are people that actually do that with cockroaches and mice and
Taxidermy,
squirrels.
yeah.
6 Strings and 10 Fingers says at Soda, he has a guitar, an Ibanez with the Edge
His
Pro,
Ibanez.
and he doesn't have to cut the ball ends off. 6 Strings, when you look at the back of your tremolo where you put the strings in, is that piece red? Because if that is, then I know the guitar you're talking about. It actually gives you the option, I believe, to cut and clamp down or run the strings in and have the ball ends, kind of.
Or you can do the Tom Morello thing and just have the balls at the end.
Yeah.
That's my old guitar player used to do that. He would run the strings through backwards and then leave the balls
That's a
bouncing
badass.
on the end of the. He had an ESP, snakeskin ESP, and the strings would just be up in the headstock, just sticking up while he was playing. They would just sort of bounce around. It was kind of neat. Looked like cat whiskers.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeannie.
Uh-oh. Is that the real deal? Is that really them, or is it?
She was about to ask me to tell. She told me a couple days ago.
Must be. That was an accident.
Yeah, it was an accident. She's deleting a whole bunch of messages.
She's just leaning on the
She probably
delete
fell
button.
asleep watching on her phone. I'll be back.
Go. Oh man, that's funny. We're losing viewers as we talk. I always get, and I gave some of you guys these stickers. I always get stickers for the kids at school. They like, just putting on their water bottles and stuff. But I have the whole stack that I couldn't give the kids, because they're inappropriate.
Little bit.
Little bit. So.
Hey, leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's okay for the first 45 minutes when he's just jamming a fucking ball in my wrist. Then Lemmy comes over. She's like, "Hey, can I play too?" That's nice. Yeah, give that to a kid.
Yeah.
So Johnny is on Rat Patrol and Jay is on Genie Patrol.
So what do we do?
It's just you and me.
Here, kids.
Lucky
Welcome
strikes.
if you got them.
So I thought about
bunch of little fingers.
I thought about breaking out a Strat tonight, with it being Straturday, and then I realized I was too lazy to go into my guitar room and pull one out.
Yeah.
I was gonna whip up my G&L Legacy because I like it. I only have 2 Strats, 2 actual Strats. Obviously the Legacy, and I have an American Original, which is what they call the new vintage reissue series. I have the American Original 50s, and I don't know, you don't need 2 Strats, but these 2 are great Strats and they're different. And I don't and
Yeah, my Strat's in pieces still.
yeah, when are you gonna finish that?
I got to wait till the weather gets warm because I don't have a good place to paint, unless it's
Oh yeah.
outside.
You could do what Craig does and do it in your garage. I mean, Jesus Christ, how many guitars has he got hanging up in that garage?
Yeah, I could do. I do have a garage, but I don't know. I'll get to it.
Wednesday we can't see the guitar room because unless I were on my iPad, I can't really walk over to the guitar room. It's in the room next door, but it's just all cases. Most of them are in cases because I have dogs that will knock them off stands.
Yeah, you should post a video of that someday, doing your a tour of your room, or some Saturday we could, if you want to set that up.
Yeah, maybe that'll be fun to do. I mean, it's funny. I've got, and this house has 4 bedrooms in it. And obviously I have the main bedroom, but now that the ex-wife is gone, the other 2 rooms, one has been turned into a guitar case storage room. Because I don't want to put in Arizona. You don't want to put anything out in the garage because it'll dry out and fucking and just get brittle. And then the other room has all my amps and shit in it, with the exception of the JCM 900 combo that's behind me.
Nice.
So I don't hang any guitars on the wall, Metal Mike. Don't like it. Don't trust it unless you get them in a stud. Unless you get those hangings. Yeah,
you got to get it in a stud. I mean, anything you're hanging. Yeah, that was
really
Jesus. No, but why would you hang something on the wall if it wasn't put into a stud?
Some people do. Some people, what they'll do is they'll route out a bar of wood, and they'll hit that. They'll anchor that into the stud, and then put the guitars on that piece of wood. Yeah. And no, I just don't hang guitars on the wall. I don't like it. I don't trust it. I don't like.
I have a few, but they're all the bunch. I don't have any. I have a couple hanging in the other room, but I have a bunch of empty wall hangers up in the other room.
Yep, I don't trust walls. I don't trust hanging guitars on walls. All you need to do is see one Ace Frehley Les Paul fall off.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
and you're
done. Dave hangs his Les Paul on the wall.
Yeah, which
is
well, he's got a good insurance
priceless.
Policy.
Yeah.
He's got a good insurance policy. I can't.
Not if it falls by your own fault.
Yeah, I just won't do it.
How's the rat situation?
I got him to pick it. I got him to pick it up and run it and take it back in the garage.
Oh, good.
Look at this. This is.
Oh God.
This is crazy.
It's a quarter of his size, at least.
But that's what cats do, man. They're the predators.
He looks so proud.
Apex predator, man. He brought it for you as a gift. He's very happy that you're.
Yeah, he looks so proud.
That thing's huge. Holy crap!
You got to cook that up, man. What are they living off of? What do you
like
live kind of out in the woods, right? Or farm?
We're
are you on a farm or
no?
But you have you get the chickens, and you've got a lot of wildlife in your yard. Oh my
That's
God.
a chinchilla. That's not a rat.
Wow, and that's not the first one, too.
The
other ones were that big. Yeah,
it's all the time. And see, what we did was
that's a big fucking rat. Your cat is a damn good hunter that can knock one of those things out like that.
Right.
Yeah, what we did was we shut this window so he doesn't jump, through here. We did something in the garage where we hooked up a little like cat door, through the window, and he just learned how to use it tonight, and he comes back in with that through there.
God. Look what I brought you. And they usually don't eat them; they just kill them for the most part. I mean,
they play with each other.
Yeah, they just.
There's a nice picture I took of him earlier today.
By the way, Johnny, I want to give you credit for all the amount of Scotch tape you have on your phone case.
Oh my God, I know.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I was watching that video, your looper video, and looking at the phone, like, what the?
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
you need somebody send Johnny.
The case or the phone, the screen is coming off.
Oh my goodness!
Beautiful.
It got stuck in this case. I can't take it out of the case, otherwise it'll break.
Is that the David Ennis phone?
No.
Is your battery swelling?
I don't know.
Yeah, the battery. You might keep it. You might have a swelling battery, which is
you don't want that. Those things explode, man.
Yeah, I had one that almost did that on my
explode
on an old Droid.
Nerd Halen. Yeah, exactly.
Oh. I don't know about the
starting to get the snot. Late night, sinuses start to fill up. All of a sudden, you're like, oh shit.
Look at this picture, John. I should put that in the Discord.
There you go.
Oh.
Here.
Oh, that's back when the kids were happy.
Because Lozauer did a whole series of middle finger pictures.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have a question. Mike has himself asked this question. Now, I know a lot of you played the new Frankie at NAMM. Is it appreciably better than this one? Is it appreciably better than the first Stripe series?
Yes. Oh, it's way better than that guitar.
Well, that one doesn't even have the route.
How is it way better than the original I mean, it's made in Mexico, right? Same factory.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the finish, it doesn't have a shiny finish on it. It's
well,
a
I know
matte
that.
finish.
I know it's relic and all that's matted.
And the route's completely different. I mean, the Frankie has
but as a
the
player,
full Strat route.
As a player, does it play that much better?
Those guitars get better. Every new one they put out gets better and better. Yeah, I thought the neck was better. I thought the body, I mean, it feels, it feels like an old guitar. The new one.
So if I played this one more, I could just basically wear the shit out of it and get it.
Yeah.
That's one way.
Yeah, because I was like looking at it, I'm like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I get that it's the original Frankie and it's routed out and it looks right. Does it have the quarter?
No.
All right. See, then it's not perfect. Then there's no reason to buy it. Like that'll be the bitch. The bitch is
but that's easy enough to add if you wanted to. That and like reflectors, that's easy enough to add if you wanted to. You could upgrade that. You could put an original neck or put like a one without the little fine tuner thing on the bottom of it. I think you could upgrade the new Frankie to be really close, to the Fender one anyway.
I'm sure people that are better guitar players than I can feel the difference on the neck. That's why I was asking. Because they're made in the same factory, so I have to assume that it's just they take one of these and just route it out differently and beat the shit out of it.
Well, what year is the one you have? That was like
13.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
it's hard to think of these as being almost 10 years old already. 7 years old.
Yeah, that just has the look. I mean, the relicking, whatever you want to call it. It's impressive.
It just looks cooler. I mean, that guitar, like the one you're playing, that's a great guitar, but you never, that stripe pattern,
the flaws is
you never saw it. It doesn't look like, it's almost like the guitar it's almost, that guitar is almost like the black and white version without the pick guard. Right?
Yeah. No, I get it.
It's definitely the flaws that make it the Frankie.
That's still
look at those
awesome guitar.
Look at those routes, the giant routes for the different pickups he's put through it. Isn't the it's the switch that's mounted sideways inside of the pickup is just drilled right into it, right? The red pickup, the single coil.
Well, that pickup works if you wire it. That's the cool thing.
On the new ones?
Yeah.
On Ed, it worked if you wired it too.
They could have went and just said, you know what, put a dummy pickup in there. It'll save us a few bucks. But no, they said, screw it. Let's put one in there. So if somebody wants to wire it,
that's cool.
And everybody, I apologize for, I went down there. I went down there. My wife is in bed on her side with her phone like this.
That's funny.
And her thumb is on it, and popped up right in the middle was the report this message for, and it had a bunch of options. So I was like, Jeannie, you're banning people.
What?
Really?
Oh, in here?
Yeah.
That happened again?
Yeah.
You didn't see that 5 minutes ago?
No, I was taking.
Oh yeah, you were doing Ned's thing. Yeah.
Dude, she told me, she's like,
maybe
it'd be better if this was actually not tonight. This was like a week ago or something. She's like, maybe Johnny should take my wrench away, because she's like, when you guys are doing the late show and stuff, or if
that's why. Well, that's why I took everybody's wrenches away, because it kept happening.
So you
take away.
Well, I only left like BL, and I only left like you guys with yours, because it was the people that aren't on here that was happening.
Yeah.
And it's nothing personal to anybody, but
well, I think that because Jeannie said if Johnny was stripping wrenches, she's like, why did he leave mine? And I was like, well, I guess I would have done the same thing if the shoe were on the other foot. Like, you don't want. I'm sure you were like, man, do I take hers away and risk pissing Jay off?
Right.
So I understand why you didn't. But
No.
Take hers away.
No, it's not because of that. No, it's because
Nobody wants to risk pissing Jay off. By the way,
yeah, because I'm so mean.
because you're on here and she's downstairs, and so you're like,
yeah,
you guys know each other, obviously,
a little bit.
So, but what happened though? So,
yeah, if you scroll up, nobody got banned, but there was messages removed, deleted. Clayton, we apologize. She deleted one of his messages. Sean Zimmerman.
I think Nerd Halen got one.
Yeah, Nerd Halen got zapped. So I apologize.
I can actually look in the settings and see if anybody did get banned. It'll tell me. I unbanned everybody. Like we had hundreds of people banned, and I took them all off, and surprisingly, none of them have come back.
Good. There's a great question from Metal Mike 5150. He says, "Why didn't they use the EVH Frankenstein pickup instead of the Wolfgang pickup? Just so it's different. If it would have been cool if they did." My guess, well, not guess, but I remember Nesdal saying something about the Frankenstein pickup, and he said he had it in a basswood guitar, and it sounded too bassy, and something else. And he said he took it out and put it back in whatever. And I think maybe that's the reason. That's the only thing I could think of, because when Nesdal mentioned, and this was a couple of years ago, Johnny, this might even have been before I jumped on with you guys. I was just watching an episode, and he had mentioned the Frankenstein pickup, that he had to take it out of the guitar that he put it in because it was so bassy with that pickup. And then maybe he put a Wolfgang in that guitar and it sounded fine.
Making the Frankenstein pickup?
I'm sorry?
Are they still making the Frankenstein pickup? Yeah. Yep.
That could be the reason.
Well, I think the reason is because the EVH Wolfgang humbuckers they have millions of those, and so I think it's just because they already have them. They're putting them in the guitars.
When it's all said and done, it's still just a Mexican guitar. It's not, part of the thing of keeping the price down is not putting the premium stuff in it.
Right.
I mean, there's a reason why people buy the USA. I mean, if the Frankie becomes too good a guitar, too well made a guitar, they're not going to sell the Wolfgang. Because unless the people that obviously want to play the Eddie style guitar without having the stripe job on it. But I would assume that most people are like us and own, try to own is one of each style that we like. Like I don't own any Fender Wolfgangs. Mm-hmm. I had one. I had the Wolfgang Special, the Japanese one, and ended up selling it because I didn't like the feel of it compared to the PV and the Ernie Ball.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Go take care of that.
Someone's about to die.
They didn't like that answer. That opinion, I should say.
Yeah, I know.
Someone gonna die.
Oh, jeez.
So if they get past then, there are 12 gauges waiting for them, so I'm not worried about it.
Wow. Yeah. So someone did get banned.
Who was it?
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't know if this was tonight or if this was since I did all the mega unbanning, but somebody called Alone has got banned at some point.
Nobody we know. I don't think I've seen them in the chat.
I might have banned somebody a week or two ago.
The avatar is like it's like a face that's frowning, and they're just called Alone.
Well, we can't have that.
Unless I dreamt this.
They're the only one in the
unless Jeannie dreamt it.
No, I thought I could have swore like a week or two ago. Somebody said something in the chat that wasn't very. You could tell they wrote it a couple times, and I was like, "Oh, out of here."
Mm-hmm.
You can tell when somebody's just being a butthole.
That's probably them then.
Or somebody being like just in here to, say really, really dumb stuff.
Trolls.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got a pop-up on my computer that told me it's the last chance to extend my warranty on my computer. No.
Well, you better get on that.
Is there any way to boost your volume a little bit?
Yes, I can get up to the microphone. Yeah. Hang on. Sorry.
Because John is
that
super
better?
loud. Johnny's
Oh.
normal, and I'm assuming I'm
Is
normal.
that better?
Turn me down, man. I'll turn it down.
Is that better? You have a little bit more volume here?
I just want to hear the warmth in your voice, man.
Can you
The
hear
very
me?
warmth. Do you
Guys,
like
guys,
the
can you hear me?
deep voice that I have? Does it make your vagina quiver?
A little bit. A little bit. Paul, is that the same microphone that you have that you use for work? on
Yeah.
the radio?
Yeah. Electro Voice RE20. It's arguably the greatest microphone ever made. It's you can beat the shit out of them. They never die. It's a great vocal mic. You can use it to sing. You can use it to mic shit. You just beat the shit out of them. They're great. They're like $400.
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't pay for it. I got it from a radio station that had changed ownership, and they basically bought the call letters and the intellectual property, but they didn't buy the equipment. So on the last day before everything took ownership, the engineer unlocked the equipment room and said, "Have at it, guys." So I grabbed a couple of these immediately.
I'll take
A
that.
couple.
Yep. Yeah, I grabbed a couple of them. I have a couple of them. The RE20 is a great microphone.
Yeah. Legendary.
Nice.
Mikey himself says, "Jay, don't ban me." No, I'm not. I don't ban
Yeah,
any.
there's
Like if
no
I
interruption.
see, our normal viewers in here that are constantly, commenting in a part of the show, like we give a lot of leniency, to say the least. But we know
Well, you can't ban people when you've got guys like Mancuda on.
that's a great point. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we know when some weird name comes in and just starts saying stuff that's like not joking, just saying stuff just as, hey, let's watch these guys shit
Just
their
to make
pants.
trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're in here for a couple minutes and they split, but
or spamming,
Right.
like
Yeah.
some sort of like they jump in here and they
Trolling.
just say a bunch of weird stuff like, hey, come subscribe to me or whatever.
check out my band,
you
bro.
know?
Johnny, you were talking earlier about the Henson and the Henson rehearsal anniversary. You posted some pictures of it, and in one of the pictures he was playing. I don't know if it was the Frankie or a Frankie with one of those an EVH neck. Is that what's on the current Frankie, or was that a just something he put together, or was
That
trying
was
to find the picture?
That was a guitar that was put together. Here, I'll find it. Oh my god!
So it wasn't the original.
No, and he only used it for tattoo.
Are we talking about that Van Halen song?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Have you heard that one?
Well, if you look at my playlist on that album, that song is nowhere to be found. The album starts with do 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 do, and that's how it should have been.
Yeah.
Now with tattoo.
Although when that single was released, it was kind of a big deal. I mean, they had the whole video for it, and it was all you could get for. I mean, it was the new Van Halen for a week or whatever until it was released fully.
I have the single somewhere. Yeah, I have the CD single somewhere. That when we got it, I was the program director of a station here in Phoenix called KDKB, which is no longer here. That's never a good sign. But we got the single, and they sent us 2 or 3 copies of it. We loaded it into a digital thing, and I grabbed one of the CD singles, put it in my truck, and on my way home, I just put it on and just repeat to see if I liked it. I actually like Tattoo. I think some of the lyrics are fucking fantastic. It's goofy, but
Yeah.
it's no more goofy than I Can't Stop Loving You or any of some of that Sammy stuff that's cheesy as fuck too. So
I think it was a good preview of what the album was too. It was kind of.
I think it's the exact opposite. It's like, hey, here's a song, and this is my opinion.
But then it was kind of overplayed. I mean,
no, not even that. It's just like it's nothing like the rest of the album. It's like when
more,
a band
but it
releases
is
the first song. It's like it's something.
It was still very Van Halen, though. I guess that's what I'm getting. It was still, I thought it was.
I don't know.
Maybe I was just so excited to hear, something new.
I was excited too until I watched the video. And I was like,
Yeah.
really?
Well, the video was something else.
I didn't get the same chill that I got when I first heard Me Wise Magic. When I heard Me Wise Magic, I was like, Jesus,
Right.
This is everything that's been missing for the past 11 years in Van Halen. You know what I mean? As great as the
such
Sammy
a great
years
song.
were.
Yeah.
I never heard a song, with the exception of maybe Mine All Mine. I never heard a Sammy song that on the first time I heard it, I was like, I got a chill for it. You know what I mean?
There you go. Oh, it's a Wolfgang headstock. I mean, Wolfgang neck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually, Johnny, I was at that show, that Henson Studio show. It was cool out in the, if you've ever been to Henson Studios, you go through a gate, and there's like a courtyard area, and there were huge buffet lines. Like they were just, giving away free shit left like food for everybody that was invited. But they had these, and I wish I had taken a couple, but they would have melted because it was, because there would have been in my my suitcase and shit coming back to Phoenix. But they were like gold. They were chocolates, like gold doubloons.
Yeah.
Like chocolates. And the tinfoil was the VH logo.
Yeah.
Around the
nice.
chocolates. Yeah, they were really cool. And I wanted to grab. You have one?
I have a picture of one.
Yeah,
I have one in my freezer. I've kept it for
no. That's the thing.
for
It's like
8 years.
to take it from LA. Like, what was I going to do? Take it and put it in my pocket, and then fly back to Phoenix with it. I mean, it would have just got all fucked up.
Yeah.
So, but they were giving those away. I remember seeing John Lowry at that show. I remember seeing, a lot of these, a lot of like the LA regulars that you see at these shows. And one of the kids from TMZ, it was a kid that used to be on TMZ, had long blonde hair. He was kind of a surfer stoner dude, got bounced because he was too fucked up because the drinks were free too. He got bounced out. Fun story in that show. We're sitting there about 2/3 of the way through the show. I'm standing behind this really beautiful woman, really short woman with red hair and like big eyes and just really gorgeous. Older woman.
Big eyes, huh?
She actually, the woman does have big eyes. When you find out who it was. So I lean down and I go,
Oh yeah.
excuse me. I go, I don't mean to be rude, but aren't you Cassandra Peterson? And she turns and looks at me with these big brown eyes and goes, no, I'm Tony Basil. And I was right behind Mickey. And she was fucking stunning, like drop dead gorgeous. And my buddy standing next to me turns and looks at me and goes, smooth. It's like, so
no,
I thought
it was more like, excuse me.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. Like, she was so close. Everybody was jammed in there. She was so close. I was like literally looking over her shoulder. I'm like, wow, what a rack.
No,
That is.
you were literally so close. Your boner was in the small of her back.
Our lips are so close. So
stabbing me. Who keeps stabbing me in my lower back?
There's the courtyard.
There's the chocolate.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there's
right
the courtyard.
there.
That's, and in the shape of VH. But all those chocolates had the logo embossed on them.
And Paul had to take the one right in the middle of the H.
I wanted them, but we couldn't take them with us. Although one of the girls that was with us did take them, and we ended up across the street at one of the, I don't know which strip bars right across the street from Henson Studios, Crazy Horse or something.
Did they play a full set that show?
Yeah. They played for about an hour. One of the cool things is that
the full set then.
Wow.
Man, that just looks so wrong, doesn't it?
Yes.
It does look. It doesn't look right.
I think it's cool.
It looks cool. I like it, but it
just looks wrong. You know what I mean?
So was that a Fender copy that he's playing, or is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a Fender, definitely a Fender neck. I have on my cell phone. Let me see if I can find it, Johnny. I think. Do I have your cell phone number? I might have pictures from that show on my cell phone somewhere.
Just tell them what it is over the air. You know.
Yeah.
415.
555.
Actually,
555.
555. Yeah, 415. 9. Is that it?
Is this the public cell phone line? I can text you.
Yeah, you can text that. It'll come through.
Now I have to write
it's in the description of the video.
Yeah. Scroll down, Paul.
952.
I'm just going to email it to myself and then send it to you on Facebook.
Okay. 415-952-3263.
555.
555-4321.
Just give me the damn number.
Actually, Nightbot will spit it out.
But I think I've got some pictures from the show. At the end of the show, they came out with like a conga line. There was a full drum conga line.
Oh, jeez.
That came out. I think I had pictures of it. Let me see if I can go grab my phone.
There must be video of some songs from that.
Oh yeah, there is.
I know. It's been obviously 8 years, so I don't really remember. I haven't seen it since then, probably.
Yeah, here's a bunch of great pictures from that night.
If you say so. How young Wolfie looks.
I
man.
know, right? Wow. So he was, how old was he then? In 12, he would have been 20, right?
Yeah, look at his face.
Or-
He's like,
No, he would have been
still-
21 or
this
something.
guy's still in the band. Come on, Dad.
Right.
Let's make the move here.
Come on, Big Al.
One of my favorite parts of Live Without a Net is in Rock and Roll, with the wow, and Sammy keeps moving, and he moves the
tips
mic
the mic,
over to Eddie, the headset mic, and Eddie goes, screams
Wow.
at it. It's awesome.
So what they had, looks like they had the video screens all around the whole
It's like a parody. Look
studio.
at it.
Well, Dave has been he's been a parody of himself for
Since the I guess maybe mid 90s. No,
after Little Ain't Enough. What was it? He come
Yeah.
up with the Lounge album shortly after that.
and that's pretty much what he became.
Yeah, and then through the 90s and early 2000s until he got back with these guys.
I was talking to Cameron Brown about this last week.
There's the Dancing Girls there.
And I just mentioned, like, if you think about Roth, right? Like, as soon as the early 90s hit, because his voice wasn't the same, even, Skyscraper. You started to notice a little bit of a,
Mhm.
and then once those early 90s came, it was like, it wasn't the same. And times changed kind of, where his shtick and his look and his image and what he did in the videos and just live, it really wasn't like hip anymore.
Right.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So I think that if Van Halen would have stayed with David Lee Roth,
Where's Paul?
I know that guy.
who?
This guy right here.
He looks
That's-
familiar.
That's Jay. That's Jay Hale. He makes his own custom guitars.
Scott
Jay
Ian.
Hale.
Scott Ian's next to him there.
Wow.
No, looks like you.
That's Jay. I'm gonna have to send him this picture.
He probably knows it. So, I mean, I'm probably going to piss some people off here, but I feel like if Van Halen, let's just say they stayed with Roth, I think once the early 90s hit, I'm talking like 91.
I know him
Would have
too.
been- it would have been played. It would have been over at that
I
point.
think Van Halen would have been one of those bands where all of a sudden they just weren't cool anymore. I think it would have happened.
It had to. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it kind of had to happen the way it did.
The guy in the bottom right there, right here.
That's the bottom left, but
left.
okay.
Okay, bottom left. That's Brett
Steven
Norton.
Tyler?
That's Brett Norton. He runs Van Halen links.
Oh, no crap.
Yeah. So you got Jay, you got Brett.
You got
Who
John
else?
Biel in the front.
And Paul's got to be there somewhere.
John Biel, you were there.
Scott Ian.
There you
No.
go. That is you.
All right, I'll take credit. Yeah, it was a good show.
Yo, look, it's Caleb Rappaport in the back left.
Yeah.
Right
He's
there.
saying, he's in the middle of saying, Nerd Halen. Yeah. Yo, I'm starting this
No,
band.
isn't Caleb's doppelganger the guy from Newsdesk or
Greg
Oh,
Renoff.
Renoff. That's right. Maybe that's Renoff.
I'm gonna get myself in trouble on this show, man. So, what does everybody think in the chat, man, about if Roth would have stayed in Van Halen? What do you think would have happened in the early '90s?
If they,
Because Roth didn't change. Roth hasn't changed.
Well, he did. He went far to the lounge kind of act for a long time.
Yeah.
and-
But
but he was going in that direction from early, certainly in his solo career. Like Coconut Grove and Just a Gigolo and that kind of stuff was loungy.
All right, we got some Roth fans here because JR says the minute Roth left, they weren't cool anymore.
Wrong.
AI Gaming says if Roth had his way, the band would have gone in a more metal direction. I don't know.
I don't think
I would have
so.
rather have heard those records than Van Hagar. I mean, that's everybody likes,
I think Van Hagar was perfect for when it happened.
Van
It
Hagar
wouldn't-
was a great band. It was great.
It was the perfect timing for them. I mean, look, every record they put out, with Sammy was #1 for years.
Right.
Yeah, but a lot of it has to do with I mean, what was #1 when '84 came out? Wasn't it friggin' Thriller?
Thriller came out in '83, I think, but it was probably still on the charts at that time.
I want to say either Madonna or Thriller
Probably, yeah.
was #1 when '84 came out. So
Thriller was #1.
yeah, there you go. So it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, and they also changed the way records
It was
were
#1 for
charted.
years.
They changed the way records were charted back then too, but that doesn't take away from those records, man. I prefer the Roth years. I think I've always said Van Halen with Gary, good band. Van Halen with Sammy, great band. Van Halen with Dave, legendary fucking band.
Yeah.
But the Sammy, you can't throw away those years. If David Lee Roth had never been the lead singer for Van Halen and those records came out, you would be talking about how great those records were. I mean,
Wait, say that again.
record. If David Lee Roth had never been the singer for Van Halen, all right, if they didn't exist prior to 1985, and 5150, OU812, Fuck and Balance came out, those would be hailed as landmark records. The music on those records
absolutely
stands on its own. Sammy Hagar is a better than stellar vocalist. Go back and listen to some of those songs. It's tough for us to make the comparison because they were a 3-ring circus and nobody had seen anything like that with Dave. Dave was, and by the way, his whole act is stolen from Jim Dandy from Black Oak, Arkansas, as we all know. So it's not like we haven't seen a frontman like that. We just haven't seen that sort of chemistry like that. And that begat so many other bands. But it doesn't take away from
earlier.
Doesn't take away from the brilliance of the Van Halen with Sammy. And I'm not a Sammy fan.
But I will say
Those
as well,
are fucking undeniable.
I will say that if Roth wasn't the singer of Van Halen when they first started, who knows?
He was a huge selling point. I mean, everyone knew that Ed was amazing, but you can only go so far with that. You need a good front man. And
that's what I'm saying. His attitude, his persona, his it just
look at those '78 films. My God, I mean, he did the same thing that he did for back on the 2015 tour, just like the little breakdowns, the little what are those Dave's raps.
I think that the given the timing, let's just say Van Halen doesn't happen in 1978 and does happen in 1985. The quality of the music, if 5150 was the debut album from a new band.
Oh, it's a great album. That's just saying it's a great album is all we.
That's the point. You can't. They're undeniable.
On its
Those
own.
records are undeniable.
It does hold its own.
And that was a new band.
Right.
To me.
By the way, those came out at a time when Bon Jovi and Motley Crue and Rat were starting to become a thing and eclipsed them all.
Oh,
they were instantly a new band. I mean, what band, with the exception of AC/DC, was able to, with their very first album after making a lineup change?
Yeah, but hold on. There's a difference when a member passes away.
Yeah.
Then the fans are like, well, there's nothing to argue about.
Well, then that you're just making my argument for me, which is I don't believe a band has gone through a lineup change that significant. Imagine if some other guitar player had come into Led Zeppelin, or if Cream, or pick whatever band you want at the time. Even Journey, when they switched.
Well, yeah. Who else pulled it off besides Van Halen?
But hold on.
You know who pulled it off?
Small group.
You know who pulled it off? Darren on Bewitched. Mic drop.
But Paul, hold on. We'll get to Caleb in a minute. There's something you're missing, I think, is that with AC/DC, the hardcore fans had no choice. It wasn't like you're holding on to one guy. The new guy. I think a lot of the Roth fans, they were like, Roth was still there. You know what I mean? So it was still the thing you're comparing. Whereas ACDC, you're comparing to the older stuff, but at the same time, you had no choice.
I think all you have to do is compare and contrast, and this will be the be all end all. Compare the output, the musical output of Van Halen with Sammy versus the musical output with David Lee Roth, and the game is over. Game's over.
You mean like the
quality, the consistency,
the 6 albums, and then the
quality. No, the consistency. If Van Halen with Sammy wasn't, we're not comparing Van Halen with Dave to Van Halen with Sammy now. If there's that big a difference,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, those Sammy records are undeniable. They are the best rock records of their time.
Mm-hmm.
They just are, and
you get a lot more bang for your buck on the Sammy albums than you did with the Dave, because the Dave albums were like 30 minutes long. But
I know they were like just above EPs,
right?
Van Halen was an amazing band to several million fans with Roth. When Sammy joined the band, they became an amazing band to hundreds of millions of fans. It just was apples and oranges. They opened the door to a much more, with Van Halen with Roth was a hard rock / heavy metal band. When Sammy joined the band, they became a better Journey. They became a better Foreigner. They took all of those bands like Foreigner and Bad Company and 38 Special and Journey and laid them all to waste.
I think they had the potential to do that with Dave, though, too. I mean, look at the direction they were going with 84 with songs
we'll never know.
I'll Wait or
never know.
Top Jimmy and those. Yeah, you'll never know. But
I know. I always talk about the alternate reality, like the alternate universe. Wouldn't you love to go to a different place where Roth doesn't leave Van Halen in 85 or 84, whatever the hell it was, 85. And, like Cliff Burton, they don't have the bus accident.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to hear another Metallica record with Cliff.
But I happen to be a huge fan of Roth's solo output, including the records like Your Filthy Little Mouth and the DLR band records and stuff. I think, to me, when that split happened, I was happy because I got 2 versions of my favorite band.
Well, he didn't have the longevity that Van Halen had with Hagar. I mean, because his solo career was huge for the first 2 albums. Then,
I said, I think it was
okay.
It was the changing of music, of the music industry, of like as soon as grunge hit. The early 90s, that was it for anything flamboyant, Hey, Caleb.
Yet, who had 2 #1 albums during that period?
How do I make an H? There you go.
and by the way, I'm not taking up for Sammy like I'm a fan, because I'm not.
Paul, I prefer Sammy.
You're not?
I don't. But the undeniable are undeniable.
We're arguing for the opposite guys.
Hey, wasn't grunge in full effect when Van Halen won for Right Now Best Video?
Yeah. I mean, over Pearl Jam and Alice in Chains and Soundgarden and all great fucking bands.
Nirvana.
Yep.
But Van Halen was still an 800
Well, that was best video
gorilla.
too, though. That concept.
That's what I meant.
The concept was.
Yeah, that's what I said.
By the way, now that all of that said,
kind of revolutionary for the time.
All of that said, Van Halen did the same thing that Soundgarden did and a lot of these other bands did. They found a formula. I fucking hate the pop tripe Sammy Hagar Van Halen. I hate Can't Stop Loving You. I hate Not Enough. I hate a lot of that. I hate Love Walks In.
I
Feels so good, dude.
I hate Feels So Good.
Oh man.
I hate all of that. I just think it's all just
come on, man. Sammy's sending a message in a bottle.
It's diabetes inducing, all of it. The good stuff with Sammy is fucking brilliant. The bad stuff with Sammy is abominable, abysmal.
It's not. I wouldn't call it filler, though. I mean, I don't think.
No. It's not my personal taste. They're great songs, obviously.
Do you not like it because of the lyrics and the singing?
The keyboard,
like if it was just the music instrumentally.
No, I don't like. I just don't like those songs. They don't appeal to me. There's a texture there that is clearly not for me. It's like I Want to Know What Love Is from Foreigner. I love Head Knocker and I love Dirty White Boy. I don't love I Want to Know What Love Is and Waiting for a Girl Like You.
For a long time, I didn't like the.
Those are awesome songs, man.
They are. I'm not taking away. I just hate them.
Well, I feel I'm with you on the balanced ballads.
Right.
I'm not a fan. It almost felt like they were forcing them, whereas Love Walks In and all that stuff. To me, that was natural. But when it got to Balance, those ballads on that record, like I've always been like Skip.
Wasn't a fan of those.
Corny.
Hey,
Caleb.
Yeah, it took a long time to get into the 5150 stuff too. Like Love Walks In. When I first heard it, I wasn't big into it.
Someone's got a fresh haircut.
Oh yeah, high and tight. Oh, hey, there's a question in the chat. Can you believe it?
Nerd.
Yeah, hardwood steaks for like 38 years. That's it. Never switch. So there you go.
Whoa. Oh yeah, we were gonna look. I'm sure you've probably already looked at the comments on Van Halen News Desk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, congratulations
Are
on
there
that. By the way.
comments?
That's excellent.
Oh,
Yeah, congratulations.
No,
man.
There's
Really
all
good.
kinds of comments.
You know what? Congratulations, Caleb. You suck is the greatest compliment you can get on the internet.
I love it.
Yeah,
The
right.
greatest compliment.
I eat
It's a
that
hard
shit.
pass.
I eat that shit like candy.
Well,
Dude,
dude,
Mm.
indifference is death. The
Caleb.
more they hate you, the more they love you.
The more they hate me, the more that it's charging their body up. I
You've
love
moved
it.
the needle. Indifference is death.
Did you watch the beginning of yesterday's show?
No.
Oh, well, at some point I was like, am I complimenting Nerd Halen or am I not? No, I was complimenting. We showed this yesterday on the show.
There it is.
Mm-hmm. But when we showed it, there was only like 2 comments down there.
Oh, we got
my god.
Yeah, and Caleb wasn't here.
I haven't.
Great
A lot of
review.
things-
I mean, even well written by the news desk guys. It's
You know what
just-
though? I
that's-
gotta be honest with you. They're spending an awful lot of time focusing on the singer. The singer's not the band, man. The guitar player. This is going to cause tension, I imagine.
Oh no, no, let's not cause any tension.
The singer, man. Hey, man, you're a guitar player.
Yeah, I think we do that bit in the show too. Like, am I fired? Am I fired?
Yep. The singer is just overshadowing the band.
Oh,
and that's-
Ben. By the way, Ben
I didn't
Coons
see-
loved that they linked his video in there. He just
I was
passed
going to say, I don't.
10,000 views
Wow.
for the first
Was
time.
that on there
channel.
yesterday? I don't.
Good for
They
Ben.
must have just put that in there, right?
No, it was on there. They
Oh, I
added
did-
that.
missed it then.
And yeah, Ben has his first 10,000 view video.
Nice.
Actually, has his first more than 5,000 view video or something. So,
101 comments, dude.
yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah,
Good,
I haven't
good.
seen this.
Let your hate flow.
Can you zoom in, Johnny? I can't even read any of them. So this is
Yeah,
tiny.
it's funny
Put
because
the glasses on.
the best part is that we get compared. We get compared to Van Halen. That's what's great.
Hey, wait, zoom in. I can't see.
There's some really smart
Now
people
I can
on that
read 'em.
thread who
Just-
are
just
comparing. They're comparing Nerd Halen to Van Halen. It's amazing.
Just remember, fear is the path to the dark side.
Yeah.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Yes. I want Paul to read these in that voice.
Let's find a negative one first.
All right. Oh, yeah. Can we?
Please.
Hang on. Let me go to VHND.
Yes.
There's me. There's me
Oh,
right
there
there.
you go. I was going to say, do I have to leave those
And
glasses
Johnny
on?
just did that to start a fire. That's
No.
why he did that. He
And right
wanted
before
he wanted to
Johnny-
get responses to that. Nerd Halen rules. No, they don't.
No,
Oh God.
and Johnny changed his picture to that right before he commented.
Right.
No, that's been my picture on here for years.
Yeah.
I'm busting with you.
Just believe me, just a picture of you and Edward makes like 10% of the population fucking lose their mind.
Oh, dude, Gotta Love Eddie is going to be front row at your show next time, man.
You know what though? I mean, I'm. Oh, there we go. Hard pass. Sorry, Waldo.
No, Gotta Love Eddie is
Where's that?
she comments on
Charger
every
Hemi.
she comments on every comment, and it has nothing to do with the comment. It's just like, and what is GLE? Oh, that's her. Gotta Love Eddie.
Love
Okay,
Eddie, yeah.
that's her. GLE. Nice. Out for now, but no, she's right back in the next comment.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
here you go. Here's one for you, Caleb. This is a great one.
Bring it.
Buttholes are circular. Never forget that.
Yep. I don't know what that means. That's an answer to an original comment with about which I didn't understand. Like those other geometry named bands. What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, Ninja thinks he's going to get some.
Look at Gotta Love Eddie's. What does that mean?
I know.
What does
Calling
that
Elvis.
mean,
I love Mark
dude?
Knopfler.
Write a book. Don't save your strength. Wow.
By 11, it'll be Mean Street, Highway Star, or Learning to Fly. Oh, she's like getting a playlist ready.
Oh
Gangsta Paradise.
Let's get her on the show.
Or something entirely different, like Gangsta Paradise.
The meth is strong in that town.
Keep pissing me off, twat brain. I'll get you banned just like I did Truth Man and Deplorable Twat.
What?
I don't see anything negative on this yet.
Somebody arguing back and forth.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Waldo.
Waldo.
Okay.
Then
I love the guy. I'd go see him.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
Well, GLE is giving you. There you go. Hey, they appreciate Van Halen, and they're actually pretty good.
Thank you,
I'll
GLE.
give them that.
Out for now. Until the next.
Yeah, where's GLE? Get her on the show.
She wants to suck you guys'
Oh God. It'll be Gotta Love Caleb by next week. It'll be GLC.
Oh, there you go. Here's the one. Is this Tone Wizard? Is that the one you were talking about, Caleb? This is a good one.
Okay.
Caleb is a good player, and he seems like a nice dude. This is his brainchild. Good on him for making it come together. He studied long and hard at Ed's altar. I like his gear, his technique, but not his height. He's too friggin' tall. Looks strange on stage, and he makes the guitars look small. Hal Sparks, just no. He's a 5'2" unfunny pygmy that's not a singer. He doesn't, quote, nail anything. I think he totally kills what they're trying to do. His banter in between songs is not
man.
Has Hal even worked at all since like 1998? Good luck with this thing. It'll be toast by 2021.
Wow. I got to screenshot that.
You got 10 minutes. You got 10 months, Caleb. That's it.
Oh my God.
That's it. It's all over.
I'm just too tall.
I love Hal's shtick, if you want to call it that.
I agree totally.
Hal's act is great.
Let them rock all they want. Just ditch Hal Sparks and bring in a guy that is a proper fit for the nerd.
That's just people hating on Hal Sparks.
Is Nerd Halen a long-term project? Hello, no. It's a quick flash, then a slow burn to ashes. Let's be realistic.
God. Wow.
That's
people awesome.
Are angry.
Man, Huzansky's working overtime.
Could be.
Yeah.
Is that Tone King?
No. Tone King's cool.
No, that's talk shit.
I said, watch your mouth. You stink.
No, Tone Wizard. I'm sorry, Tone Wizard.
Your stink mouth, bitch.
Whoa. What are you reading?
Wow.
Right in the middle of the screen.
Are you getting messages?
It's right in the middle. I said, watch your stink mouth, bitch. I'll get you booted off here again.
Van Halen meets Devo. Cool.
Big Bad Brad is getting political.
Criminal Cheeto commie is gone after this November. Oh, that's
all right. Let's
that's
not
all.
talk about
that's
that.
going politics right there.
Well, look at the avatar.
Let's not ruin my thing here, okay?
Let's not ruin Jay Hannon's feed, Caleb.
Yeah, let's not ruin this shit talking about me. Come on, bring it on.
No, what was that? Go back. Someone was. That was a big comment right there.
Paragraph.
The guy that doesn't like you is Tone Wizards, and it's his avatar is a picture of Bob Roth. Or Bob Ross, excuse me.
Bob Roth.
Bob Roth.
Someone's gonna make that photo.
Bob Roth.
Gotta do
Bob Roth.
Bob Roth.
Do it.
It's suffering succotash.
I love he started with like 7 good comments, like really nice compliments, but then it just turned to shit quick.
Yeah.
Are those all responses to something else earlier back or
that? Well, this is what happened. I don't know, but this is what happens.
Yeah.
On this website, everything just goes to hell after like 5 comments in.
Well,
what you got to do is get it right up on Blabbermouth. Once you get Blabbermouth on your shit, it's over.
We'll wait till tomorrow. We'll read some of the comments. And I was like, wait, are there comments already? And you're like, no, but there will be.
If you want to see some comments, go to the Van Halen News Desk Facebook page where they look at the Facebook comments. Because I'm answering a bunch of them. So go in there, check them out.
Gary, Dave, Sammy argument.
I had to go after some people on there.
Check them out.
Check them out.
Check them out.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
go
it's kind of
Yeah,
hard.
it sounds like they definitely go off on tangents.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, there's the Caleb is a good player, and it seems like a nice dude. You're wrong, Tone Wizard.
No, he's not a nice
I'm
dude.
the
Complete
fucking
cunt.
devil, dude.
Complete cunt.
I'm the
All
fucking
about it.
devil, and I started the Devil's Band.
In fact, on his tombstone, it's going to say Caleb Rappaport. What a cunt.
Yep.
Oh, gotta love Elliot.
Yeah. He started
Look
a
at that
Van
one,
Halen
gotta love
tribute with a guy who doesn't sound like Roth. Oh my God! How could you?
You
By
bastard.
the way,
348 comments.
I never wanted my band to have a singer sound like Roth. Just letting you know that.
Too many DLR era VH tribute bands. This act is tired. There are also too many guys with striped guitars on YouTube playing solos. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Well, you can blame Ed for that. He's selling them. Jesus Christ. Wow.
Kevin Jones. I'm not saying there should be Hagar era tributes. I just don't see the point in playing Ain't Talking About Love for the millionth time. Well, thankfully you don't have to, because Caleb does it for you.
Yeah. It's actually really fun to play that song, and people really like it.
Yeah. God forbid anybody enjoys their life.
Right? God forbid people don't stand there for 10 bars and yell, hey, 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 hey. You know.
Now, how does Hal love everybody shitting on him? Does he just feed off that?
I haven't talked to him about it. In fact, I don't want him to see any of this because I don't want him to
he
get
probably doesn't read any of that.
But can
you imagine if Hal gets his keyboard going? It's on. He's
been taking this kind of stuff forever, so I'm sure he's fine with it.
Once you're out there, you got to expect it, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, dude, I wasn't even out there and I was getting it. Right, Mark? Right, my man, Mark?
I hate tribute bands. Be original. Don't copy someone else to become famous. If I want Van Halen or any other group, I will go see them or watch the DVD of them. The real deal.
That's a perfect read.
And you're entitled. You're entitled to do that if you want.
And I could see that guy sitting in his mom's basement writing that.
Here you go, Ninja. Ninja's got it right. Looked like more fun than a barrel of monkeys.
Oh, here's a great one. Did you answer this? Did you answer Jari Hakanen's?
Oh yeah.
Of course you did.
Oh, we got into it.
Holy shit, that is bad. But hey, nobody signs us, so let's imitate a famous band and make it funny. Did you just call it funny? Thank you. Thank you for calling us funny. Yeah. Maybe they don't notice that we have no talent. And there are 11 replies.
Here we go. You ready?
Take a look.
Let's have some fun, shall we?
Caleb, Jari Hakanen, you're bitter and jealous. Find some peace. Caleb, jealous of what? Jari Hakanen, figure it out, son. Caleb, will do. High school graduate. Whoa! Oh, he graduated high school.
The guy looked
That's
up.
Fucking really difficult.
The guy looked up my, my schooling.
Oh, did you not graduate from high school?
I graduated from high school, but I just went to music school, so I didn't really continue. He's obviously letting me. Oh, Dave, Jesus, he's letting me know. He's letting me know, that he's more educated than I am. So continue, please continue.
Oh no, I was too busy with ANU to continue my studies. Caleb, let me correct your typo, overachiever. I was too busy with anus to continue my studies. Oh, he got you, man. Snap.
No, did you read the one before that?
The one before that it just said, will do, high school graduate. And then I was too busy with ANU to continue my studies, whatever ANU is.
That's his wife. Go ahead.
Oh boy. That's beautiful.
So obviously he thinks when he sees his wife's name of anus.
Yes.
ANU.
And why wouldn't you?
I never said that. He did.
Jari Hakanen, I'm the first one to shave her smooth, little man. She loved that too, by the way. Beautiful. Get Michael Starr from Steel Panther to sing. I love the fact that Jeff Morris doesn't know who Ralph Sands is.
This is good stuff.
I meant to type Steel Panther. Thanks. My fingers were on autopilot. Jeff Morris, Jeff Scott Soto, Yngwie Malmsteen's old Sunder from the 80s. That's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. I'm looking for some other shit that shits on you. Oh, I like Rob Berry's comment. The comments on here, it's hilarious how some people get so bent over this band. Lighten up, Francis.
Right.
This, you know what? Some of it's pretty mundane. But welcome to Facebook.
Yeah.
How fucking stupid is this? I mean, really? Why? What sense does this even make? Sense? What sense does this even make?
What sense does this even make?
Makes no sense.
I would totally get it if there were a Devo tribute band or something like that.
Because they look like Devo. That's what they should be playing. Not playing Halen.
And this is great. Somebody tells him to mellow out. Chill out, man. It's not that big a deal. Kiss my ass, fuckface. I decide what I want. I think it's a big deal or not, honestly. I didn't have your opinion in mind when I made the comment, but thanks.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
What I do,
you should have like a YouTube
babies
show, like
crying.
reading comments.
Just reading comments, yeah.
Reading comments. Yeah.
I put babies crying gifs like on that guy's thread.
My
all his answer was one of these, like a emoji. So,
Jay, you know what we would call that channel? Oh, well, allow me to retort.
I think we're on to something, man.
Let's see if I can find some other hate. I gotta be honest, this shtick is getting old. Seeing way too many 80s bands doing this shit. Okay, we get it.
Maybe you should argue with the
Why
club
are you looking at Van Halen News Desk? I mean,
yeah.
Maybe you should stop going to the club, that you go to, because everywhere is tribute stuff. Everywhere.
Yeah, and by the way, here's the news. There's money to be made doing it.
Yeah. And guess what? We're not a tribute. We're a joke. That's the fun part. We're like making fun of it all.
Can you combine those two words? Patent and copyright it.
Which one?
We're not a tribute band. We're a joke.
No, tribute and joke.
I think that's it. I think that would be a great thing on the back of your Nerd Halen. The Nerd Halen shirt should on the front have the Nerd Halen logo on the back. Says we're not a tribute band. We're a joke.
Yeah,
that is good. That's a good quote.
Remember, it's comedy.
Yeah, they should triple bill with Max Sabbath and Oakley Dokley. Great idea.
Okay.
Yes, that's perfect.
No, actually, there's some really good, nice ones. I think we should have Johnny read them.
Yes, because Johnny is the nicest.
Johnny read the nice ones, exactly,
on the internet. So,
have you guys seen the? Speaking of cover bands, Brown Sabbath. Have you seen anything from them?
Brown Sabbath.
Yeah, it's Black Sabbath, but it's brown. Yeah, but it's brown.
I was.
That's a great cover. That is a good cover band.
I put out the idea. Yes,
the Living Color tribute band.
Yeah, my Living Color tribute band. I wanted to put together an all-Caucasian Living Color tribute band and call it Lacking Color.
That's great.
And my old drummer stepped in and he goes, "Well, we can fix that problem because he's half black." It's like, "We can fix that problem. I'll just play drums." I go, "Little color it is."
Right? And he's the one providing the mulatto.
Yes,
you're golden then.
Little color. No, it's
living color.
Here's the thing. I think those guys would get the joke. I think they would have a great. Most of them would have a great sense.
I think that's funny.
I think it's funny too. It's good.
Yeah,
Lacking color.
Lacking color. I would love to be able to get up on stage and do a set of fucking Corey Glover tunes. That'd be great.
Yeah. Good luck finding somebody to sing that shit.
I'll sing it.
Man,
I'll sing it. I'll have fun with it. I can't get the screeching highs that he gets, but most of that mid-range baritone shit, I can sing that. But the fucking ridiculous, like the scream in the beginning of "What's your favorite color?" Nope, not happening.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Fucking fantastic band that should have got better. Should have got more than they ever achieved.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, after that second record, I love Stain. Stain's a great record. It got heavy.
Yeah,
but there wasn't the Cult of Personality.
No, and the Sharon.
Glamour Boys is a goofy song, but it's still like a catchy tune, and you understand why it was a single.
Right.
But after that,
I think when Wimbish came into the band, it's like Doug Wimbish and Vernon Reid are way too serious for what that band was, or still is.
Mm-hmm.
And they put out a record a couple of years ago called "The Chair in the Doorway," which was just difficult to listen to.
Yeah.
Great, but not mainstream at all. They
didn't they kind of abandon like a lot of the hard rock?
No, they're still very, very heavy.
Are they? I'll have to listen
Yeah.
to it then.
Yeah. No, they're very heavy. But Wimbish is not a fun player. He's a heavy player, and
Or Muskillings was more of a
funk, more light funk. And Corey tried to do some solo stuff and that didn't work. He did some R&B solo stuff, which was great, but that band should be bigger, should have been better.
That first record is amazing.
Fantastic record. The record company wouldn't send out promo photos of the band at the time because they didn't want anybody to know they were black.
Unbelievable.
Terrible. Horrible. Epic Records should be fucking completely castrated for that.
But I think, and this might be, I don't want to, make this into anything, but I feel like the heavy metal hard rock community it's almost like, who cares? You put out a good record. I don't care what you are,
Well, they are
Absolutely.
now, but in 1987, that wasn't the case. I mean, there was a band before a metal band before Living Colour called Sound Barrier that never happened. And it was completely based on skin pigment, which I think is a bullshit reason to not like a band. I mean, those first two Living Colour albums are fantastic. I mean, Nothingness and stuff off of the second record, Time's Up, is a fantastic record.
Yeah, I wonder what the thing was with Jimi Hendrix. Like, he was. Did they try the same shit?
Well, Jimmy had to go to England. He had to go to a place where he broke in England first because at the time England was way more forgiving.
I remember how it was just weird seeing Doug Pinnick in King's X.
Yeah,
it was actually weird to see a black guy doing that kind of music, and you actually thought that's weird.
Well, that's what I mean. That's some people think that's what kept Thin Lizzy down too.
Yep.
Well, I think it felt weird because you weren't used to seeing it.
Right.
I mean, it's almost like the same thing with like all of a sudden Eminem comes on the scene, like, whoa, a white guy that's rapping.
Well, yeah,
you're conditioned. It's just like hockey, like
before Living Colour, who were the like American, black rock bands?
Sly and the Family Stone.
But they were. That's one that came to mind too. But they were kind of funk or they weren't full on rock. They were more
it was
like Parliament almost,
Yeah, no, you're right, but that's the closest thing to a rock band. I mean, with the exception of James Brown, but James Brown was like a big band review thing. You know what I mean?
Think about the 70s. There was no black rock bands that I can think of.
Other than there was
Thin
one
Lizzy,
guy.
not in America though. I mean,
yeah, and that's the thing. In America, they weren't ready for it, so it's still
that would have
1987.
That would have been the coolest thing ever, though, if like a black 4-piece came out in the hard rock scene and just blew everybody the fuck away, completely. I know Living Colour is kind of in there, but
yeah,
just where you couldn't tell and you didn't care.
Well, it shouldn't matter because I didn't care.
I didn't care.
No,
I fucking love Living Colour.
I don't.
And
care
most
either.
consumers, most people out there don't care.
But that's kind of like
the people who are
like the small amount of people that get the most attention because they make the most attention. It's like the majority of the people, they don't give a shit.
No,
yeah, cool. Like, oh shit, look at it. Like I heard the original story. I heard, and I saw Living Colour. It was probably like 2001. They came to the Chance in Poughkeepsie, and after the show, they were hanging out outside. And me and Jeannie actually hung out with Vernon Reid for like 45 minutes. He talked to us like he knew us. It was super cool. And I said, the story I heard about you guys was you guys were jamming at a club in New York City, whether it was CBGB's or whatever. And Mick Jagger walked past the club and was like, "Who the hell is that in there?" Heard the music, turned around, looked inside and saw 4 black guys jamming out and was like, "Got to get you signed." He's like, "Nah, it's not the truth." He goes, and there was something about like he had played with like done some studio or session work for Mick Jagger prior, and then I guess he presented him with his band, and Mick Jagger kind of was like instrumental in helping them, get signed and stuff. But
and then they
hear certain stories. You asked them and like, "No, that's not true at all."
They opened the Steel Wheels tour.
Yeah, they were fun, just a phenomenal band. I mean, I'm looking right now. I've got everything they've done, and they've put out a bunch of shit that that never that nobody knows about because nobody cares. They've got a live album called Dread that was fantastic, and an album of remixes and a couple of CBGB shows that got put out. And
just their live DVD from I think 04.
That's a good one. So Fishbone for sure.
Yeah, Fishbone's a fantastic band.
Yes.
Truth and Soul is a groundbreaking record.
Yes. Freddie's Dead.
Bonin' in the Boneyard is fucking fantastic.
But going back to my point before, I think the hard rock, heavy metal community, they don't give a shit what you are, who you are.
No, but you know, to me, it's kind of like that Jackie Robinson thing. Like, you know, there has to be a breakthrough. And you put up the picture of Chuck Berry, dude. Chuck Berry created the genre, and then they stole it from him. You know, they basically
rock and roll.
They took it all away from him. You know, to where he had to literally travel by himself with a guitar and you know, just try to make shit happen. You know, that's, you know,
the Holy Trinity
is the biggest crime right there.
Well, you know what I heard? I heard Chuck Berry, he would tour by himself, and he would get whatever musicians were in the town to play with him because they all knew his songs.
BB King did that too. Whenever he came to
a guitar.
So he had a different band every night, but they all knew his tunes.
Could you imagine?
Well, it's all the same song. It's all Johnny Be Good.
But still, still, it doesn't.
Here we go.
It's still pretty awesome.
But you,
we're gonna do another song.
Yeah, it's all the same song.
Okay,
it's just different keys. Yeah.
But it's still an issue today. You've got bands like Killswitch Engage and Seven Dust, and you know, you just kind of you look at them and even Rage Against the Machine, it's still an issue whether we want to acknowledge it or not. I just think that to some,
like a small amount of people, but that's those bands.
So the people who want to put money behind them, that's really what it comes down to. You know, to the record companies that want to put money behind them or whatever, they think it's a risk.
Well, and that was the thing that Epic Records, we talk about one of the biggest conglomerates in business, in 1987, rolls the dice with a fantastic band. They get one song that does well, then Open Letter to a Landlord does well.
MTV was really full behind them too. You know what I mean? They really
were
prominent on MTV.
Fantastic band from but as Jay said, after the second record, they stopped writing hits.
Yeah, that's a huge thing.
Yeah,
but I'm a fan of Stain. Stain's it's Stain.
Stain is the third record.
I'm confusing the name of the record with the band Stained.
Oh, I think you were talking about the band.
No, Stain is the third Living Color record.
Yeah.
You didn't know Vernon Reid played with Stain?
Yeah.
Vernon put out a solo record that's really good too, called Mistaken Identity.
Yep, I got that.
Yeah.
I even have the R&B record you were talking about with Corey Glover.
Oh, the Corey Glover record, Hymns?
I bought that.
There's a live EP.
He was on Cosby Show, you know that?
Corey, he was also in
Platoon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right,
and the story behind him getting the Living Color gig, the story behind him in Living Color was he got the song singing Happy Birthday. He got the gig singing Happy Birthday for his audition.
Awesome.
Really?
That's the legend behind it. I don't know that there's any truth behind that, but that's the legend
Let's
behind it.
get Vernon on here.
I'd love to get Vernon Reid on. Vernon Reid is awesome. He's nuts.
Jason can make it happen.
Yeah, he's friends with McNamara.
There you go.
Let's get him on so I can tell him about the 45-minute conversation he had with me and Jeannie, and he can say, "Oh, I don't remember that, man."
Yeah. He'll remember.
You know what's funny about that show? There's a fill in the song "Middleman" after the solo and build up back into the chorus. Will Calhoun does this slick, cool ass fill going back into the chorus. And it's my drummer's. It's one of his favorite fills of all time, just because how slick it is and just the transition alone. And when that song came, when they started playing that live, he was like, "Yes, yes." And then that part's coming. I see him getting pumped up. He plays a different drum fill. After the show, we meet him outside and everything. And my drummer, who is my brother-in-law as well, he goes up to Will Calhoun. He's like, hey man, you didn't play he explains the drum fill, and Will's like, man, he's just like, what the hell are you talking about? But it was funny. He's just
played it wrong, man.
Drum fill,
I remember when I first got into music when I was a kid, I always wondered if drummers always played the same thing twice, or if it was always just different.
As he was just winging it.
Yeah. I mean,
probably depends on the producer.
Unless you're Lars, you're not playing the same thing twice.
Because you listen to the record and then you listen to a live version, and a lot of times the fills aren't even the same unless it's like In the Air Tonight or some
an iconic drum
some
fill.
iconic part.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's always different.
Yeah, I mean, a great example of that is the end of Rock and Roll from Zeppelin. Listen to some of those live Zeppelin tapes. Bonham never played that outro the same.
Oh, it was a drum solo.
Wow.
It really became a little drum solo spot too.
Yeah, he and Keith Moon, I don't think ever played the same drum pattern.
Keith Moon played the same drum pattern for every album, every song, pretty much.
But he kept blowing his drums up.
It sounded like
that too, yeah.
Every Keith Moon drum fill to me sounds like somebody threw drums down a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
You know how
I love The Who is probably my second favorite band of forever, but Keith Moon's not anywhere near my favorite drummer, and I love what he does. But
that story and clip is so funny that before I even saw the video of it happening, somebody telling me the story of it was hilarious. So,
crashing the drums?
When the first time I found that video
Brothers
of Keith Moon's bass drum exploding. It is one of the funniest videos I've ever seen in my life.
That's the very opening clip of their movie. Kids Are All Right.
Can we play that on here? Can you play that?
Is that public? It's not public domain.
We can't. Well, I can show you a still. I can do a still of it.
Dude, show the still because it is one of
London.
Huh?
London, England.
London. John from Oz.
Roger from Oz.
Roger from Oz, sorry.
4 times the amount of cherry bombs in his bass drum that night. There's some shit. And then the cymbal flies off the stand and cuts his arm or something.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yo, he could have killed. What's his name? He could have killed him.
You're gonna get us flagged, John.
We're already flagged. Come on, for
because of all those F-bombs.
There it is.
What are we? Are we back on the no F-bomb thing?
That's no. For Tuesday.
But no, what's going to happen though, John, is whoever owns that clip.
That's not. It's the DVD. I'm playing the DVD.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What happens with YouTube? That's one of the problems with showing other videos, like from other channels. Is what'll happen is you show enough of it, YouTube figures out what it is. They tell the other channel, "Hey, these guys are showing your clip. They can have this video taken down."
And the bottom of every CD and DVD, and you know this, you've read it a million times. It says licensed for home use only. Any public rebroadcast, blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah,
it's prohibited. That's why they get you.
All right, in that case.
Yeah,
unboxing because it's related.
Documentary, and everyone stares. Copeland would always play too fast when they played live. It's captured in the movie. Andy yelled on stage.
Yeah. He yells, "Slow down!" If you look at his mouth, he's like, "Slow down!"
But that's normal.
Yeah, that happens. A lot of bands do that.
Yeah, I used to turn around all the time. Slow down. There it is. I mean, it's cool to see stuff like that. Don't get me wrong.
Ed used to say that to Al, or he'd get pissed when Al would play over his parts of his solo. So I have an unboxing. I'm going to do this quick because it's related to what we're talking about.
Well, don't worry, Michael Smith's not here to fart over it. So
yeah,
you're okay.
I got to tap out. It's time to let the dogs out.
You don't want to see what I got?
I want to see what you got. Let me see what you got first. I figure it's been a couple hours since I fed them. So
is that the still right before it explodes? Hold on, John. 1 sec.
Yeah, that's right before.
Go next frame.
just before Pete loses his hearing.
Right there.
Ouch!
Oh my
Look at that.
gosh.
Look, hit that this shit.
Oh,
Who got killed?
They played it off pretty good. I mean, his man, it must have hurt, but they all finished the steam.
Well, look,
and finished
look,
the,
he's on the look. Keith Moon is on the ground.
Yep.
Keith Moon's down.
Oh yeah,
he's down.
Keith staggers back into the.
Keith is down. We have a drummer down.
wow.
The drummer is down.
Look at him. He's like, oh my ear is blown. There it is. Boom.
Holy crap!
And if you haven't seen The Kids Are All Right, that's one of the best, concert documentaries.
How do you slow it down? What's playback speed? Which is slow, up or down?
Yeah, dude. 20.25.
All the way up, 25.
That's a slow.
Oh, this is gonna be
They're
brilliant.
gonna get flagged. They're gonna get flagged.
No, not if it's slow like this.
Oh,
Holy crap!
Yeah, dude.
shit.
Oh,
He's looking behind. Who's dead?
Right? I know.
God. Wow.
Daltrey's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And didn't who's go deaf in his ear because of this?
Yeah, Pete.
I would have killed him. I would have jumped up.
He probably
The
did.
symbol goes through his arm. Look at him. He's like, I
Look at him
can't.
like-
hear.
Yeah, look at
Thank
him. Look
you.
at wiggling his ear.
There's my ear's gone, bro.
That'll be the end of that. Tommy Smothers just walks up. You're gonna need this guitar. Here you
Yeah,
go.
he smashes that one.
Got
Yeah.
soot in his hair. Look at
It's like, is it on fire? Let's put it out.
look at Smothers. Is like,
Yeah,
what
this
the
is
fuck just happened?
yeah, there's definitely some concern on that face. It's like,
Yeah.
who the fuck's gonna clean this up?
I wonder,
No,
was
He's probably like, man, did somebody get killed up here?
that a live show or did they? I know they played to a backing track on that, but I'm wondering if the broadcast was live.
There he is on the ground. His pirate shirt's got a rip in it.
Keith, wake up, Keith. Keith, get your ass up.
Uh-oh.
Tommy's like, what the fuck?
That was their first American TV performance.
Tommy's like, stop, this is fuck.
That's an act. That's a bit.
I'm deaf.
That guitar didn't have strings on it.
It's like Paul Stanley's guitar at the end of the Kiss shows.
Yeah.
The sound alone of that. Boom!
All right, John, what's your unboxing?
Seen that? You
right.
gotta watch it. It is one of the, in my opinion, one of
I
the.
know. The sound of that.
And the build up, like the guy talking about it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Derek Smalls?
No. Crying out loud.
That's what I thought it was too. I thought it was Eric.
Oh my goodness.
Because Harry
All
Shearer
right.
is in the show. It only
Derek-
makes sense.
Jeez.
Well, Derek Smalls is based. He's an amalgamation of John Entwistle and
I thought it was some really bad Canadian YouTuber.
Ross the Boss.
Looks like him too, Dave, you're right.
Should I open it?
Yeah.
It's unfortunately you can't open it without destroying the box. But
It is
You know
pretty
what?
cool.
I really don't. I'm not collecting it for any reason, but so I got to get the rest of them. Roger and obviously they don't have Keith, but Roger and John. I mean Roger and Pete.
Somebody should make that set. Like how they made the Injustice for All set. Fallen.
Yeah.
They should make the moment that kick drum explodes.
Right.
All right, gotta go let the dogs out.
All right. Take
Talk
care.
to you guys
Paul.
later. Have fun. Later.
Later.
Yeah, man. Is he leaving?
Is he leaving? Leaving?
He's
I
out.
think so.
Oh, he's leaving. Yeah, I guess he's leaving.
He's Levi's.
And where's Michael Smith? Michael Smith, you said you were going to jump in here like an hour ago.
Killer.
And hey, Steve Anderson, what's up, dude?
Steve Anderson.
There we go. Yeah.
Hey, does anybody have a calculator? Go
On
ahead.
your phone, you do.
No, I want you to do something because there's this crazy thing going around.
5,
Oh, where you spell
3, 1,
No, dude,
8, 0, 0, 8.
Wait,
Here, upside down.
Get your calculator right now. I want to tell you. I want you to add something.
Okay, got it.
Add the year 1978.
Yep.
Plus 2020.
Now what?
Now add 2006
plus
2020. Don't hit equals.
Okay.
All right. So Kobe was born in 1978, right?
Okay.
And he died in 2020.
Okay.
His daughter was born in 2006. She died in 2020. Okay. Hit equals.
I'll do it on the screen. You ready? Oh, shit. Any sports fans won't have any idea, but those are Kobe's two numbers that he played with.
Wow.
8 and 24.
That's crazy.
Wow. That's some sad shit, man.
Yep.
I mean, not just him, obviously. Any family that goes through that. I'm not just saying. It's just
the whole
just
thing.
in the public eye, so that's why, you think of it more, but
totally avoidable. That's what's sad.
Yeah, I know.
I heard, I mean, I know there was like several other people,
the whole family
that were involved in that. Yeah, wasn't there like some whole family or something?
Yeah. What? You don't know? There's 9 people. You dodge those stories? What? How?
Wait a minute. Who's this?
9 people. You dodge those stories? What?
Who that?
Oh.
Hey.
You got to pause it.
You dodge those stories?
Oh, it's a loop.
Hey.
You got to pause it.
You got to turn myself way down.
Hold on.
You dodge those stories?
I'm working.
Jerking, you're jerking.
No. Okay, I got it. I have my screens backwards.
What's up, bud?
So,
what's going, boys?
Hey, real quick, G. Butchnoff, it's that pilot, yeah, but we don't know what that pilot was told.
Yeah, supposedly he was like basically under pressure, like, no, we're taking off.
We don't know what he was told to continue on or not by him. So we also know that not even the police were allowed to fly their helicopters in that weather. So
wow.
What's up with that?
Good night, Metal Mike.
Good night, Metal Mike. Hey, Rico B. Welcome, man.
It wasn't at night, Tom Harhai. It was at 9:30 in the morning, but the fog was ridiculous.
Did you see the news clip with the they interviewed somebody and the guy like the detail the guy went into about what he heard? It was all like he never saw it, but he heard everything, and he could tell you like what type of helicopter it was. Like he knew exactly what had happened just from the sounds.
I didn't see that.
Did you see that?
No, because no one's talking about any kind of mechanical failure. They're just talking about the fog. So
what did the guy say, Johnny?
I don't know.
He was. I'll find it. I watched it. I'll find it. I'll send it to you.
He's G. Butchnoff. He's why he's flying? Because he's a celebrity. Okay. That's why he's flying anyway, because he could afford
he owns a helicopter. That's why he's flying.
He's actually renting it, but he flew everywhere in his helicopter.
I heard he always flew.
Yeah, he didn't like traffic, and who does? But the odds for him were just so like this is how you're gonna die, and even people predicted it.
Yeah, isn't there was like a picture or a cartoon or something
of him crawling out of the wreckage or something? Yeah.
There was like some cartoon years ago of him dying in a helicopter crash or something.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucked.
What's up, Steve?
Hi, Jay Hennon.
Steve, we kept it warm for you, man.
Awesome. Just everybody in the chat, if you don't know, we want to say another congratulations to Jay as he's going to have his second child.
Dude, it might happen in 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. She's like,
what's the due date?
The due date originally was March 10th, then it moved to March 6th, and now they're saying it might be like the 21st of February, dude.
All right, let's add up all those numbers. What do they come to?
He's massive. I'm like, he must have a huge schwanz. They're gonna pull him out by his wiener, you know.
He's gonna have
he's got 2 umbilical cords.
He's gonna have the Van Halen yoga pants on already.
Dude, yep. They come stock. They come stock on a Hannon boy.
So have you got a name picked out?
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
Give us the initials.
He's not going to say, right?
Vicious. What?
The initials.
Oh, he said vicious. Yeah.
You're not divulging, right?
No,
never.
No, the
I'm
initials.
sorry, I asked this last week. I don't even know what brand that this child is. Do we know if it's a boy or girl?
Oh, it's a boy.
Oh, it's a boy. Wow.
Look at his face. Look at him. About to have a boy. About to have a son.
The Hannon name will continue.
Yep.
Wow.
I get to play catch.
Yeah.
Oh, Ellie loves Hot Wheels, and look what else she loves.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's a good
You
picture.
just need a bass player. You teach this kid to play bass, and you got the band.
Look at that, man.
She's rocking out.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it
It's
is
exciting, man. Nothing more exciting than the last few weeks.
Well, I have so many things. Well, I sound like Johnny now. I have so many things going on right now where it's like Jeannie understands that I have to like finish a couple projects that I'm doing, but she's at the same time, she's like, we're going to have a kid like within a month. You have to, it's crazy.
It is.
Um,
Very cool, man.
Thank you. It is very cool. And Steve, thanks for bringing it up. I appreciate it, man.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking it's going to be some name of like, give me like a Chicago Bears. Like, well, who's the most famous Chicago Bear?
Walter Payton.
Oh, so maybe the child will be named Walter.
Walter Hannon.
I thought of that, but I can't do a Walter.
What about the Dick Butkus?
Yeah, Dick Butkus Hannon.
We used to call Weed Walter.
Butkus Hannon.
Jim McHannon.
Yeah. Singletary Hannon.
The Fridge Hannon.
It's not going to be a junior. I already established that.
Not Johnny Bean Jr.
Fridge Hannon.
Nerd Halen Jr.
Whoa, don't start any rumors. Fridge Hannon.
Hey, what's your dad's name?
Thomas. My middle name is Thomas.
Oh, there you go. Well, maybe you should go for that.
Right, Van Hannon. That would be so sick.
Yeah.
Van Hannon.
Ellie Vi Hannon and Eddie Van Hannon.
Van Hannon.
That's
cool.
I offered up a few names to Jeannie, and she's like, Jason. Our first kid has 2 Eddie Van Halen references, the EVH and the Ellie/Eddie, and then you got Vi as her middle name. She's like, let me have this one.
Yeah.
And I was like,
right? I don't get to name my boy. Oh my God.
what are you talking about?
She's like, Galt Hannon.
No, she's like, okay, because she's a huge Pearl Jam fan. She's like, okay, if his first name is Eddie, his middle name is Vedder. And I was like, nope, that's it. Off the table.
Eddie Vedder Hannon. Whoa.
But it's still Eddie V,
It's still EVH, I know.
2 EVHs.
Yep. Yeah, that's not that bad, actually. Eddie Vedder Hannon, it's not that bad. Maybe that'll be it. Long Dong Hannon. Yeah. My mom would love that.
Long dong Halen. Good stuff.
Okay, Caleb, my next question.
Yeah. Oh, my earpiece fell out. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
So, Caleb, I know we've been around since before Nerd Halen existed. So, I guess my question to you is possibly like digging back to like when Halen played in the club days. Is there any like old like covers that they did that maybe Nerd Halen might pull out of the vault?
I don't know. That's a great question.
That's a good question, Steve.
That's why I'm here.
That's why he's here. We are,
Yes.
we want to do songs that are just songs that people like.
Yeah.
But with the Van Halen flair to them. So
pull out Honolulu Baby or anything.
yeah. So I'm not going to give away any more than that. But we do have a song, a Van Halenized Springsteen song on iTunes and all the streaming sites. It's called Santa Claus is Coming to Town. If you search Nerd Halen on any of your streaming services, you'll be able to locate it. And it was.
Caleb, can I ask who mixed that song?
Yeah, it was mixed and mastered by Ellie Hanen's dad.
There you go.
Wow, Van Halen. From at Poof Studios.
Poof Studios. Yeah.
I busted it out, John.
There you go.
I had to bust it out.
Looking good.
You don't know how many times today. Speaking of Ellie, you don't know how many times today she asked me, "What does that shirt say? What is the what was that called?
Fairy.
What is the fairy doing? What is the fairy doing?" I'm like, "Oh my God, how many times do I have to? Haven't you seen Live Without a Net 1,000 times? Michael Anthony's wearing the same shirt,
Right? What's wrong with you, kid?
Oh man. Yeah, we need the yellow pants, John.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, just so everybody knows, not there it is, Laserdisc. Wow,
Wow.
Poof.
awesome. If anybody's in the Palm Springs, California area, not this weekend, but the next weekend, the 14th, 15th, and 16th, I'm in Palm Springs.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah. Eventually, I'll get out there, Caleb and Johnny. I will get out there eventually.
Oh, no, you're an hour and 40 from me.
Yeah, I know, man. I'll get there, Caleb. I'll send you a message
Come to the
Facebook
beach, dude. If you
Yeah,
just get on the 10,
through Facebook Messenger. I'll get your phone number. I'll sort it out.
555.
Yeah.
Just give me the damn number.
I'll tell you right now, dude. It's
No.
Read off Nesdal's address when you're giving somebody your phone.
Yeah, right. So Caleb, my significant other's parents live in Marina Del Rey. So
are you going there?
eventually, yeah. I got to do the meet the parents thing.
If you go there, that's 4 miles from me.
Yeah, I know. When I'm in Marina Del Rey, we'll hook up.
Wait, they don't live at the Del Boca Vista?
Del Boca Vista.
It'll be awesome. I'll bring a Floyd Rose for you, Caleb, and we'll go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. I'll bring a Floyd Rose original, and we'll go for a taco.
Okay.
Pink taco.
I'll take you to Tito's, man. It'd be awesome.
Whoa, Tito. Yeah.
If you guys get together, you have to drink tequila.
Oh, then yeah. I just saw the best meme. What is it said? It said, "Stop trying to please everybody. Stop trying to make everybody happy. You're not tequila." It's a great one. All right, never mind. I thought it was good.
Awesome.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was bad. Sorry. Okay.
Dad joke. You're allowed it. You're a dad.
I'm a dad.
You can say corny ass jokes.
I'm a dad. Oh, let me plug some stuff here. Has everyone got their hex hider yet?
Oh,
I don't have one yet.
Yeah, this is killer.
killer. It is killer.
It's totally killer.
Nice that Adam. I was going to say the Hex Hider Hannon. There you go. What's his name? Triple H.
Hex Hider Hannon. Yeah, I was gonna do a video review of one of these. I was gonna do it today, but somebody was mowing the lawn all day long out there. It was just noise.
And you got your wife mowing the lawn. That's pretty impressive.
How many like rat carcasses did you spit out of that thing?
Holy crap, Steve! Did you see what Ned got?
Ned.
Well, do you know Ned? Do you know who Ned is?
We're talking about the cat?
My cat, yeah.
Yeah. I saw a photo of the cat today.
Ned's doll.
Yeah, literally, this is Ned's doll.
Wait, did he?
Right? This is one of Ned's dolls. Here, right here.
This is what happened.
Get ready.
This is what happened like an hour ago.
Now, if you notice, Ned is on top actually. So you.
Yeah. He's just sleeping.
It's just fat. I mean, it looks like just a really fat.
Yeah. I've never seen one that white on the bottom. That's really like, wow.
Taking a nap with it. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're sleeping. Yeah.
Hi there, bud.
Look
hey,
what
wake up.
I did.
Yeah, I forget what they're called. I mean, they're actually called.
Hey, wake up.
Kittens?
Look at that. What are they called? They're called. Hang on.
Yeah.
He's gonna go get it. He's gonna go get it out of the fridge.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay,
he's dinner.
Jay, do you have a rum drink going?
I had one and I finished it already.
Okay. Was it in one of my tiki mugs?
It's not. It wasn't.
Oh.
I apologize, Steve.
All right.
Ever since you kind of distanced yourself from the Saturday night's main event.
Well, it was Friday nights. I can do Fridays. Saturday, and I got to, my fingers are bleeding.
That's right. It was Friday.
4 hours.
Yeah.
I was here. I thought it was always Saturday.
No.
Oh no! Back in the day, it was Friday night.
Yeah, we'd end the show at like 10:15 sometimes, and then see you guys in an hour and a half for a 3-4 hour marathon.
I know. I thought about that the other day. I couldn't believe we did 2 shows a night, and we'd go for hours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Right. The first one's like an hour and 40,
long
and
nights,
then the Steve Anderson Unleashed would go like 5 hours.
Yeah, it was untimed. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
like those are Norwegian rats, like wood rats or something.
Wow.
That's what they're called.
Norwegian.
Oh, I don't know if you guys could. Caleb, I got to fill you in here. You might know, you might not.
Oh.
This week, Johnny, you won't even relate to this, but the Seattle hockey team.
All right.
They have a hockey team next year. Seattle. They named their team. Do you know what the name is?
Oh, I thought I guessed it from the choices. Hang on.
Okay.
It was either the Rainiers or the fish one. A certain fish's name.
Salmon?
No.
Mariners.
Okay, what is it?
They named them the Seattle Kraken.
Oh, God,
That's cool.
Kraken.
I know. And hold on, I'm actually drinking Kraken rum right now.
You're going to get smashed.
That was one of the ones on the list. I was like, they'll never use that.
I know. They're going to have a big octopus on their jersey.
Wow.
Squid.
Release the Kraken. Oh,
Release
God.
the Kraken, baby. Don't come to the Pacific Northwest.
Release the Kraken. They're going to have that just on when they come out every night. It's release the Kraken.
And you know what it is, though? It'll be like Detroit. They're going to be throwing the octopi on the ice.
Oh, great. That's original.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Anyway. Hey, John BL, my next question.
Just going around the horn.
Yeah.
It's not done yet.
Any additional new video footage you've put into, I don't know, maybe like some 1980 live. And by the way, Caleb, I don't know if you know this, Caleb, the Women and Children First Tour started here in Victoria, Vancouver Island, BC, first show.
Did not know that.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
John Bale, what do you got?
Nothing. No new videos. No.
Oh.
Nothing.
Okay.
I just.
You said new, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I told you guys the what was it? Love Walks In and Best of Both Worlds video that was the most recent one.
Okay. What show was that?
Months ago. Well, we talked about it last week. It was the MTV broadcast. It's the Live Without a Net / MTV broadcast comparison.
Right on.
Was I here?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he sent it to me and you, Johnny.
Yeah, it was like a month ago or something.
Yeah, he sent us
You even commented about it last week. You were like, "Oh yeah, that was cool."
Yeah.
Johnny gets a pass.
With
the guitar he has over his shoulder there behind him, he gets a pass. It's okay.
Of course. Yeah.
1984.
JR says he has a good. He says hashtag next question. That should be Steve's segment on the show.
Yep. Next question.
Yeah. Hashtag next question. Hashtag
real quick.
Steve used to do the poll. You used to have your poll. The poll question.
Steve's big poll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, so this friend of mine in Palm Springs, Kate, her daughter, the thing in Palm Springs is a lot of the teenage girls play polo. I'm talking like on a horse.
Marco Polo?
With a stick hitting a ball, I guess is what polo is. So I'm going to watch a polo tournament in Palm Springs.
I'd only go watch that if they're all chapless.
Yeah, right. If they have assless chaps from David Lee Roth. Yes.
Chapless, baby.
Oh gosh.
Wow. Did I just say I would go watch chapless teenage girls? Sorry, guys. I'm going to get off the show now.
18.
18. Okay, good.
Or 19.
It's the polo club right up the road from me.
All right, my next
21 team. 40 team.
No, 12 team.
I got a question for you, Steve. Have you seen John BL's 5150 stage mock-up?
No. I know he about a year ago he had a schematic of like the lighting system above the stage or something he was working on.
Yeah. It's gone to new heights.
Nuclear.
I don't have it near me. I'm not gonna.
Oh, John.
You got to show it, man.
I have a picture.
The bass player from the Who on there.
Actually, I wonder.
While
I think it's the right
he's
scale.
looking for that, Caleb, I have another question for you.
Yes, next question.
Just for the chat and everybody who watches the rerun of this and live right now. The Nerd Halen schedule. Do you guys have an actual like jamming schedule?
Oh, yeah, it's empty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like people think I'm making this up and trying to make the band sound better than they are. We've had 8 shows. We've had 6 rehearsals.
Wow.
I'm not kidding.
That's amazing.
I'm not kidding.
I was expecting like Tuesday night, 6 to 8 o'clock.
Oh no!
Oh no!
They don't need to rehearse.
No, we never do. It's scary, but and all I think is, imagine if we had like a week of rehearsal. Oh,
yeah, right.
God.
Yeah, and congratulations, Caleb. Not in an Eddie Haskell sort of way, but that Van Halen news desk had a shout out to you.
It was more than a shout out. Yeah.
News to us.
I know. I forgot to mention you guys in the article, and I'm very sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I'm okay being the backstage sort of guys.
No, I should have at least mentioned Johnny because the idea was definitely like cultivated on this show. So I have to.
Well, you'll have more opportunities, I'm sure.
Yes, the next one I do, I'll bring up the show and Johnny for sure. So
whoever's doing the article will probably cut that part out.
Yeah.
Oh, he ran out of ink.
Yeah. They're like, is that the guy with the iPhone 5? Yeah.
The charger is bigger than the phone.
Is that the guy who got blown up by his phone?
I hope that doesn't happen. Now that you guys are talking about that,
Johnny, just go get a new phone, dude. Seriously, come on.
Oh, we got a message here from JR. I don't know who JR is, but if you go watch Myopia Polo, you'll see a broken bone every match. Wow.
I want to see that.
Is it like extreme polo?
Yeah.
What is that? What's Myopia Polo?
Maybe they don't have the ball. They just on the horses. You have a club and you just hit each other. Last man standing.
Oh wow!
Like dodgeball.
What about the horses? That sounds
Isn't that like a medieval battle?
Anyways, I have a comment. So I get home Facebook. I got all these messages. Michael Smith with all his like big-breasted women photos he always has. But then this guy,
get him over here. Where's Michael Smith?
Yeah. People were asking about this guitar and if it was discontinued, and everybody in the chat and on the show here, yes, this guitar here, the Crop Circles, is discontinued officially. And I think someone said the Star guitar is as well. So you got to do on eBay or Reverb, whatever, if you're looking to get one of these.
I want one of those.
I want one of those. You had one.
You used to have one, Johnny.
I had one. I had to get rid of it.
I know.
It's actually the one I would want of all the Stripe series.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Johnny always liked this
because it goes with your outfit, huh?
Because Johnny always figured that if he played this live, he can kind of get away with it. Like you're not like it's not like red with black and white stripes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not Van Halen.
Not instantly recognizable.
No, it's so exclusive to like the Unchained video, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So get Nesbitt to build you one, man.
Yeah.
I will. I will. The next one is probably the Frankie. I didn't get a chance to talk about the Frankie.
Do it. Go.
I loved it.
Okay, let's hear about it.
I gotta pee.
Well, there's something about looking down while you're playing guitar and seeing that whole scheme.
Schematic?
Yeah, no, to see it like for real in your hand.
Before you go on, Caleb, I'm going to ask you this question now.
Wait, did I just get cut off? Wait, go.
No. It's a segue.
Yeah.
We're still in your conversation about the Frankie. So my question to you is, and I guess Johnny can chime in too. Did you ever play the $25,000 like actual replica?
I've never played one of those. No.
Johnny,
Yeah.
did you?
I did.
Oh my God. And Johnny, so what's the comparison between the $25,000 replica with like the reflectors and the quarter, and then the new one that was just released? What do you think?
Prepare yourself for the most political answer. Go.
Well, I mean, you really can't compare them because they're
I'm talking about playing it.
Feel. Let me just say, well, I only got like 5 minutes with the new one.
Oh yeah.
And you see the video. McNamara shot a video of me with it.
Did you play the 25,000 through an amp?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did. And I've got the videos on my channel. Let me find them.
I mean, the price difference is ridiculous. Right?
It was
yeah.
Well, I mean, I've said this. I've always said this, and I'm going to keep saying it. The $25,000 Frankie from EVH Fender was the greatest Van Halen guitar I've ever played. The way that it felt, doing all the stuff on it, it was effortless. It was amazing.
Wow.
Better be.
It definitely it was. It was.
Better be. I can get a really nice car for it.
Right.
Where's my playlists? I have videos of me playing the real one.
Oh yeah.
And as far as you can put the quarter on, you can put the reflectors on.
Oh, for sure.
In fact, they want you to do that yourself because
make it your own.
They don't want it. They didn't want to make one like the 25,000 one. They wanted to make one that looked a lot like the Frankenstein.
It's kind of like the 5150, the Kramer. Well, the 5151. It's like kind of, for me, it's like paying homage to it. It's not exact. They're just paying homage to it, and it's affordable. And
next year they'll have the relic 5150. So probably that's the thought. So
well, yeah, I think we'll see that next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I would like to see like the Rasta personally or something. So
yeah.
But the Rasta's not popular. So
John Bale, you have a
I like
question?
the Rasta.
I love it. But
John Bale has a question from I think Soda Pop 79. How's your replica coming along, John Bale?
The rep I haven't I just have the one that I made before. I haven't finished. I haven't done the.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I have some material and some ideas, but I don't know. This is the only one I've made.
Is this Johnny Beane? He's going to play the Back to the Future riff.
I don't know what I'm playing here. This was years ago.
That's what he goes to. He goes to the Back to the Future riff.
But this is the Frankenstein, the official Frankenstein right here.
Ooh. Oh, the 8-fingered box. Or the 9-finger. Or 9-fret.
Nice.
Ah, that's all you give us?
Oh, part 2.
This was the easiest I've ever played this stuff on one of these guitars. It was incredible. It was amazing. And listen to that. You can hear the spring. You can hear the springs in the back.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I love it.
Whoa.
At this moment, you're wondering, what can I sell? Who can I sell?
Right?
Whoa.
Oh, God.
Oh, Ellen, we're getting flagged.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know they were still together. I thought they broke up.
Who, Ellen and Portia?
Yeah, like years ago. Or was that just the Inquirer?
Yeah.
Johnny, was that Guitar Center?
Checkout line at the A&P.
Where was that video from?
That was at Danville Music in Danville, California. They had one on consignment.
Wow. What amp was that through, Johnny?
I cannot tell you. I don't know.
Oh, I can tell. It was So that'd be cool if I could just hear it. Sounds like
5152.
That video is from 2016, so I have no clue. But again, that guitar was the way it was set up. It was totally an experience. And I've seen other ones actually. I've seen there's an autographed one at the Universal City Hard Rock right there, along with the Rickenbacker bass that Michael Anthony played in the Panama video. That's there. Although, did you guys see that the Frankenstein guitar outside is no longer there?
Dismantled it.
They tore it down. Yeah.
The big one?
Yeah.
Man, who's got that now? Jeez.
Well, I mean, it's going to be another guitar, I'm sure, but it's because it was other guitars in the past. It was Strats.
Oh, okay.
I think Eddie's putting it up above 5150, so it's going to be.
So you can find it.
So you can find it. It's like his beacon.
Man, that's so cool that he was actually there. You know, you guys remember seeing that picture? There's a picture of him in front of that.
Yeah,
I have a picture of me in front of that.
I've got a video of me in front of it.
There you go.
Wow.
Caleb Robert.
What's that hard rock in was that Hard Rock Cafe?
Someone's running out of gas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me.
Jay,
yeah, Steve. Go, Steve. What was that?
Oh, sorry. My next question is to Jay.
You
Jay.
said my name.
Jay, I'm wondering, what was the last guitar you played?
Oh, you can't see it.
The gem.
It's dark as shit in here.
The gem with the pink pickups?
Yep.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
The Cameron Brown special.
Wow.
That's right, man. You know, I was talking about on the show. Remember, was it yesterday? I guess the thing that they dropped the ball on. Well, two things on the Pias that they dropped the ball on.
What does that mean?
On the gold hardware.
Negative.
Shame. What a shame. And also, in the original gems, the different color in the pickup the tremolo routing. To me, it just adds an extra dimension to the guitar.
Yep. The Pia doesn't. The Pia has the same solid color.
Yep.
Does the Pia have the same kind of routing? Does that?
Yeah, it's got the tiger's claw, whatever the hell it's called. It's got the same route. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of upsetting that they didn't.
They wasted that.
Yeah, they did. They really did.
Could have made it black or something. And
yeah, that's what Nesdal said. He said, "What even black would have been awesome." I'm like, yeah, that would.
You got to have a contrast in there. Yeah, definitely.
Yep, because that adds something, man. It's just it looks so.
You can take a Sharpie to it, something.
Yeah.
Sharpie up your Pia.
But this guitar is great, man. Really is. Plays awesome. And I'm getting a Monday, actually. The Low Pro will be here. So I'll be taking this original Edge out, shipping it up to Nesdal's
Boston, and
putting the Low Pro in this bitch.
You're sending the whole guitar up there?
No, just the trim.
Oh.
And John Bolware, don't leave yet, because he asked a question a while ago, and I apologize.
Oh, and he also asked me something a while ago. Bo Bolware asked me about the Ultimate Jam the other night, and it was awesome.
David Lee Roth night, right?
David Lee Roth night. It was awesome. It was like the first time I've ever been to the jam there where there weren't people hanging out backstage. All the players were down watching everybody play every song, because it's all great songs, and everybody's a Van Halen fan who was playing that night. And just it was a really, really cool, fun night. And everyone,
if they ever do another Roth night, I'll send you a bunch of these. You guys can all use them for the backstage.
That would have been so cool.
I wish I had time. I wish I knew you guys were doing that, and they could have sent some of these to you.
So hopefully, if John didn't leave yet, let me just answer his question before he asked me who I think is going to win tomorrow, the Super Bowl. I answered this yesterday, but usually in the playoffs, I tend to side with a defensive team. I think San Francisco has the better defense. But Kansas City's offense right now is just unstoppable.
Well, they're setting records.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I think at this point,
be a good game. I think it's going to be a really good game.
I hope it's a really good game.
Yeah, I know it's going to be good.
Oh, huh?
I've seen it.
You said
I saw the script. It's awesome.
I'll corroborate Caleb's info.
Caleb's.
Calabanos. Yeah, no, I think I have a feeling that we might get another OT-er.
Oh,
it's so funny here in Massachusetts. Nobody's been talking about it at all because the Patriots aren't in it.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't even know until like,
imagine that
yesterday that it was.
No.
That it was a.
Imagine that they wouldn't even want to just watch some other teams do it.
Oh well.
How do you feel for all the young kids that are Patriots fans that have never they don't know what it's like to be a normal NFL fan or sports fan for that matter?
Well,
it's not normal.
I mean, through the early, I mean, anything up to the late 90s, there was nothing going on with the Patriots. They were always, I mean, they have two Super Bowl appearances.
But think of the 20-year-old or 21-year-old that has
they don't know what it's like to live in New England and not have a championship for 20 years or 40 years. It's all championships with them.
Yep.
You playing Fleetwood Mac? Was that Fleetwood Mac?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh!
I haven't watched it. The Aaron Hernandez
good song.
Yeah, man.
I haven't watched it. Who's watched the Aaron Hernandez thing?
I have not.
I'm hearing stuff about it. Gotta get into that.
It's on Netflix,
Yeah,
right?
I've heard it's good. I've heard it's pretty good. Hey, Brett McCord, how are you doing?
Steve, did you want to show your picture?
What do you need, Johnny?
Your we were talking about this a few minutes ago. This one.
Uh-oh.
Do you have your picture?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There he is in front of it, right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's in a camera somewhere. I haven't developed it, I don't think.
I love that probably no one recognized him. That's just so cool.
Yeah.
He looks like
all
the
gray.
gym coach he looks like the gym coach.
Yeah, he does look good.
The gym coach in Porky.
Right?
And if those pants were a little baggier, they'd be the 5150 Tour gray version.
Right. Personally, I'd be walking by going, dude, that guy has the same shoes Eddie wore on the 2012 tour.
Does that have 12 strings on it?
The same
Strings are
Eddie
doubled
Van
up.
Halen wore on the 2012 tour. Oh my God. Hi, Ed.
Are those strings doubled up? It looks like there were 12 strings on that. Or is
It's
it a
for
reflection?
lighting. It's for lighting.
Oh, okay.
They're actually like neon lights.
Hey, we know these guys. Wait a
Whoa. Wow. That's surreal. Wow. That's crazy, dude. Okay, it's hitting me.
Rockstar. Johnny, this is the last time Caleb's going to grace us on the show. You know, it's like, I'm on Van Halen News Desk, gentlemen.
Yeah, right. There'll be no more visits to In-N-Out Burger Live.
Oh no, I just Postmate that stuff now.
It's been a long time since that.
Jeff T says he just finished watching The Irishman. Geez, that's a long movie, he says.
Is it good?
That's what I've heard
I've
about
heard
it.
both.
That's the
I've
review
heard
that
both.
I've heard.
I've heard long and awful, and I've heard amazing. So you gotta. I guess you gotta get into it.
Oh, pardon me.
Wow.
Excuse me.
Look at that
That's
whammy bar.
That's my video.
Johnny, you got to go hang from the whammy bar?
Right, go hang from the whammy bar. Do pull-ups.
So you're saying they do different guitars, different kind of.
Well, yeah, they used to have like a Les Paul. You know,
Oh, okay.
like most of the hard rocks had a Les Paul.
So what are they going to do with that?
But somewhere out there is that whole Frankie body, though, right? Or do they use the same?
No, that's just the front. I saw pictures of them taking it apart.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dismantling it. I saw the thing. I got very sad seeing that.
Is it on eBay?
Oh, so Caleb or Johnny probably. Do you guys know of a place I'm supposed to go in Palm Springs? Is there a good place to eat? Possibly a club to see live music?
No good place to eat in Palm Springs.
We just turned down an offer from a place called. Let me see here.
Oh, you're turning down offers. That's
Nerd Halen is turning down offers.
I know there's a drive-through Starbucks in Palm Springs.
Oh, they're all over here. in Los
I know
Angeles.
that.
We have them everywhere here. Let me see. We only turned down the offer because it's so far from it's far enough from LA that we'd want to stay the night.
Right.
And then their best deal on a hotel room was just like basically, like half what each guy would make.
Yeah.
So it was like, But it was funny that offer came in like an hour after the Van Halen News Desk thing dropped. So I'm wondering if it had anything to do with it.
Oh, probably.
They just News Desk just updated with the The Roth thing.
Oh, we're not.
You guys aren't top, man.
Fuck, it's over. We're getting buried. Getting
booted by David Lee Roth,
singer of Van Halen. We're getting buried. That's crazy.
No, but maybe that'll attract more. What did I just say?
Exactly.
Jesus Christ!
What?
Correct.
Maybe that'll.
Look, there's no comments yet, so we can all leave comments first.
Oh yeah, say like,
leave the link to the Nerd Halen story.
Hey, it sounds great.
What should I say? Oh wait, somebody just left one. Just now. Should I say Nerd Halen rules?
No. Yes. Dave should get Nerd Halen.
We weren't finished talking about Nerd Halen.
It's called Big Rock Golf and Pub.
There you go.
Big Rock.
Wow.
Big Rock
golfing there.
But you know about the Big Rock, right? That's what Van Halen called their style of music.
Yeah, Roth.
Way back in the day, it was Big Rock.
Yeah.
That's what they called it.
That's what I do. Yeah. That's what I always said when people would say that metal band. I said, no.
It's Big Rock.
It's Big Rock.
Everybody's noodling.
I know, right? Jeez.
Cool.
Jay Hannon, are you working on any music for any kind of movie, perhaps?
No, that dried up, man.
Okay.
It's a long story.
He's been working on some music, though, right?
Yeah, I've been keeping busy.
He did the Nerd Halen Christmas song.
Did the Nerd Halen Christmas song. I'm doing
You have some original music coming out later this year, don't you?
Original music coming out. I'm mixing a song right now, and soon to be the full EP for one. He hasn't announced it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and do it on here. But Cameron Brown, our buddy.
Oh yeah.
I'm mixing. I'm in the middle of mixing his first single right now, and then after this is done,
awesome.
We're gonna be doing his full EP.
Right on.
He's excited.
Right on.
And isn't there new Gizmochi coming out? Or
yes, there is.
Yeah.
Yep. I ripped off a Steve Stevens lick on the new Gizmochi album.
Uh-oh.
Straight ripped it off.
Dancing with Myself, perhaps?
No, it's from
was it a toy ray gun?
White Wedding?
No, I wanted to get one of those, but I've
well, was that it? Was that the lick?
I can't even find the hole. Hold on.
Oh. Wait, hang on.
So I ripped. This is the lick. I can't play it right now because my fingers are already numb because I have a few. But it's the hold on. Let me mute this and get this right. Hold on. It's his robot lick. It's the wait. That's wrong too. Something like that. I ripped it off.
I like it anyways. You can play anything. I like it.
No, I can't. But anyway, it's the oh my God. I can't play when I'm drinking, boys.
It's okay, man. Oh, we know that.
Hey, guess how many views the Nerd Halen 10-minute little compilation has? I uploaded it yesterday.
Yesterday?
It was linked in the news desk article.
There you go.
I'm gonna
3,000.
I'm gonna say 20,000.
I'm gonna say 1,796.
544.
Wow! Ouch.
That's tonight's video.
We're currently at 18,253.
Wow, Johnny was closest.
No,
John,
closest without going over is me.
Fight.
You
Right?
said like 1,200.
1,000.
Yeah, 1,000.
I said 1,796 or something.
Yeah, and he said 18,000.
Oh, 18,000.
Yeah,
I said 20,000. I said roughly 20,000.
yes.
Wow.
Johnny checked a minute ago.
So, but was I still closest without going over?
No, Johnny was.
He went over.
Oh,
Yeah,
but I was closer though.
You can't
No,
go wrong.
No, I said 3,000. I said
Price is
3,000.
right.
God damn it.
John Biel wins. That's crazy though. That's viral, right? That's viral.
I think so. Yeah.
Sure. 18 grand, hell yeah. And in one day?
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
And Ben Coombs' video of me demoing the Frankie was already up. I already mentioned this, right? It was already up to like 6,000, and it went over 10,000 today. It's his first video to ever go anywhere near that number. So
I know you've mentioned that a few times already.
Yeah,
First video. Ben's first video to get any views.
What's funny with Ben texts me every every half day.
Another viewer.
No, he just texts me a number like 8146, and then like 9328. You know, like it's so funny. Just like
5150. He was sitting there just waiting for the 5150 to come through.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
So am I wrong by ripping off that lick?
No.
It's a cool lick. I like that.
Yeah.
It's an homage. It's a homage.
I mean, I've always loved I forget what he called it. It's like a robot or a something lick.
Yeah. It's not a lick, it's data.
There you go. There you go. But I've always loved the one section, and I was like, man, I got to put that somewhere.
Well, what's the theory behind that? Because it's definitely not like in a major scale. It's isn't it kind of
dude.
like...
I mean, Caleb would probably know. You know,
Yeah.
it's
what?
But
I wouldn't.
It's a.
I don't know.
And then the lick after it is wait. Something like that.
Yeah. Hey, Cameron Brown, he'll tell you. Melodic minor or something.
Yeah.
It's a fifth, isn't it?
Yeah. The first one is, and then yeah.
You know what a
Could
fifth
be
is,
major.
right?
It could be major.
And then the lick after is
Fifth is a power chord.
A fifth is 5 notes from the first note.
what? See, nobody cares about my lick that I threw in there.
Oh, it's
I finished after the Steve Stevens lick is a Jay Hannon lick, and it goes, which I think is pretty cool in itself. But no, everyone just wants to talk about the Steve Stevens lick. There you go.
Speaking of Steve's, he's just getting started.
This is the Seattle Kraken logo.
The crap.
Put an octopus on your jersey.
Is that what color is that? Is that
You
it
said
looks like it's
octa,
black.
right?
It's black rum, dude.
Oh, they released the colors too and the logo.
Yeah, right.
Gosh.
96 proof.
Steve, did they release the colors and the logo?
It's going to have the Seattle Seahawks, like that green, the neon green.
Come on.
Why Seahawks? I mean,
And the Canucks have those colors. Like,
didn't they use? Was there ever a Seattle hockey team?
No.
No.
There's a junior team called the Thunderbirds, which
Or
are
Washington? Like a Washington or?
no, they're called the Seattle Thunderbirds. My cousin played for them back in like '91. Yeah, it's like junior. It's like junior A hockey. And
The Thunderbirds.
they were white with green.
Thunderbirds.
Wow, look at that.
That's not his real Fenderbird, though. I don't like. I wish they had the original Thunderbird that he Fenderbird. You guys know the story behind the Fenderbird?
No.
He took a Fender precision neck and put it on a Gibson Thunderbird body, and they're so not compatible because one's a glue-on neck, one's a bolt-on neck, and so he had like an early kind of Frankenstein bass by doing that.
Huh. So how did it work? Did he have to do any?
He can't be all. Let's find out.
No, I guess his tech or whoever he used. This was like in the early '70s. For whatever reason, he liked the Thunderbird, sound with the precision neck. Even this one he's got here is like a Vox body with the Fender precision neck on it. You see that body? That's really crazy.
Did Deane make like signature guitars for him?
No, he did this is actually a jazz bass neck, and then this is a Vox, some strange, crazy Vox body. He was doing the Frankenstein thing in the early '70s, and then he went. Alembic was he stuck with them for a long time. Alembic.
No, it looks like Deane actually made
an Entwistle
signature basses for him. Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Is it more recent, or is that back from the '70s? Or I don't think.
No, they're for sale now.
Yeah, they're new. All right, so whoever owns his estate let his. I don't think he ever played a Deane, not that I know of. But he collected tons. I mean, he had one of the biggest collections of guitars, basses.
Hey, John, have you sampled any more?
No.
Oh,
I don't have any more sound bites. Not for.
Come on, man.
I have to make you guys wait.
Dude, the first time you did that, it was the best. Nesdal was so pissed.
Well, that's the best one so far.
No, there's some good Johnny with the what is
Am I blurry?
No, it's yeah.
I feel blurry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 China.
Caleb Rappaport has a question. Caleb?
Oh yeah, no, bro. I just said that we played 2 songs. It was great. We did Unchained and Hot for Teacher, and the whole night was awesome. Everybody played really well, and we got a great response. So it was awesome.
Everyone got their wieners wet after the show. It was great time,
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Is that a Johnny drop? Oh
that's
no!
John Biel's alarm that he sets for the mornings.
That's he wakes up to that laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Cackle.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Beane cackle.
There it is. The ox.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who would save that? That's
No, that's great, man.
Oh man.
The Johnny Beane porn.
Johnny North.
Yeah, let's look at some John Entwistle.
play those sound bites afterwards,
That's like
Look
the
at this.
picture of Ed with his
I know.
his guitar.
That's what I was going to say. That's very much like
It is
Lozauer picture.
Yeah, there's. I
Eddie.
don't know. He
Yeah.
did take some pictures of Entwistle. Where's the Fender Bird? Just search Entwistle Fender Bird.
Oh, look at that one. Yeah.
See, look at that. Deane guitars.
Wow.
John Entwistle
Yeah, that's
series.
a newer thing. But it is the Fender Bird shape, pretty much. That's this one right here, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Very close.
Look at that headstock on the right,
Yeah,
man.
that looks like a Deane. That's a Deane headstock.
That's a Deane.
Here's the
But
body.
that's a alembic. No, it's an alembic. I think it. No, although it does say Deane Spider.
It says Deane, yeah.
Yeah.
Dane. It says Dane.
A stain.
Is that your best Cockney accent, Jay Hannon?
It might be, man. That's all I can do.
What kind of? All right, somebody tell me what kind of Fender that was. That
What
one
is
right there.
that?
That one right there. That's a Mustang, right? Or is it a?
No.
No, it's a. Where's my Fender book?
That's shaped like my nose. The headstock. It's like
Here.
perfect. I was talking about the base below it, Johnny. With that like reversed monkey grip at the bottom horn. Remember how that worked?
That's a Fender Swinger.
Right there.
That's a Swinger.
Look at that headstock.
Fender's Music Master. Oh no, that's a different one. That looks different. Sorry, there it is.
It's a Fender
The
Swinger.
Right
With
there,
the one pickup. Look at that. Is it one single coil neck pickup?
Yeah,
Some of those. Yeah.
Junior.
That's horrible.
I like it.
What?
Was that a drop?
I'd play that.
Yeah.
Am I blurry? Ah.
Well, if you want a Fender, man, you can only have.
Well, that's the thing about Fenders, man. Is give me the second, and the fourth positions.
Look at
and I'm good.
Headstock on this one here. They used a 12-string headstock with that.
Wow.
That's their 12-string headstock that they put on
With
the.
you peeking around it, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I can only see the.
Yeah.
Looks like a drooping penis.
Yeah.
That's an ugly. Well, here's the 12-string, so it's the same.
Is that a
Can't
thumbnail or a nose nail?
There's the 12-string. So they use that headstock for this ugly guitar.
Garguts Entertainment says, "Hey Brett, how ate you tonight, brother?"
Hey, Garguts, good to see you, man. We had dinner together down at NAMM.
Whoa.
Ooh, sounds
Gargut.
serious to me.
Garguts Entertainment. He's a cool dude, man.
Dinner.
He's from the Alex Radford TV series on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah,
Would it
very
be
cool
TV
dude.
on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube is
Okay.
the new TV.
Okay.
Oh, so he was there the night that I wanted to bring my own neck.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in one of those. Yeah.
God, I still can't get over it. And I like both the guys that I'm ripping on too. Mancuda,
That's
and
the Warwick. I think those
Michael
are
Smith,
Warwicks.
man.
Or Buzzard. Those are Buzzards.
That's god awful.
That's what he played from the late 80s all the way till he passed.
He should have played that for 8 seconds.
I like it. That's kind of
Look at
cool.
that thing, man.
They were. I think they're.
I don't know if I'd play that.
What are they? Carbon fiber. I think they're carbon fiber necks. Maybe bodies too.
That is god awful.
Look at that
I like
bottom horn. That's.
Oh
I hate to say it. It looks melted, man.
it does. It does kind of look like that.
It looks like
I did a tribute to that. I did a tribute to that bass when I made my guitar in shop. Let me see if I have a picture of it.
Oh, can't wait to see this. I can't wait.
I've showed it before. I've showed it before.
Gear shift.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I'm
know what it
gonna
looks
find
like?
that.
It looks like the alien head upside down, looking up toward the
Yeah.
neck.
Yep. So, and talking about the that dinner that the live feed, hearing Mancuda and Michael Smith talk about New York pizza for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever the hell it was, I wanted to throw my computer through the wall. It's the water, bro. It's all in the water.
It's all about the water. That by the way, that Explorer bass was at the one with the spider web. That one. That was at the Play It Loud exhibit.
Wow, that one right there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Let me see if I can dig one up. A picture of that.
Get the spider.
There it is. Johnny, highlight that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Whoa.
Palm equipment, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. The bum with got the mullet, got the little Luke Robitaille mullet,
Right?
Yeah.
The mullet.
John Bielatai.
I wish I still had that. I think my parents threw it out. I had it. I mean, it was in pieces by the, but that was my shop build. It was kind of.
They threw that out. This was always ugly, John. It scared the neighbors when they came over.
Here, Johnny.
Oh my gosh.
It's right next to the original gem.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh.
Is that an alembic or is that a Deane? Can't see the headstock.
It's an alembic.
I don't mean anything by that, man. No, I'm serious. I don't,
There you
I
go.
get it. I get it.
I'm just busting balls, dude.
Nice.
Wow.
Which one is that?
That was the original, the prototype for the.
Is it a performance?
Look at. Does it have a? Yeah, it looks like it's got a hockey stick sort of headstock.
But
Oh, wait a second. It's not the. Is that because there was? I thought the green one he sent to companies that said
Nesdal.
make.
yeah. Pretty cool.
The only bass that Entwistle ever smashed was one of those, or he broke it. He threw it at the Giant Stadium, the 1982 tour. He threw it down because Pete was jamming or something, doing something on "Won't Get Fooled Again."
That's kind of a famous
He
guitar.
kept playing. Is that
And
Jimmy
Nesbitt has
Page?
that hang on his wall.
That's Page's.
Nice.
That's Page's main guitar.
Oh my gosh.
Was it what is it, a 58 or?
58, I think. Oh, and just one of these.
SRV. Is that from the Met?
Yep. I always wondered.
So that's the one. That's the
I wondered
original.
if that guitar was on the helicopter. Like, doesn't he just fly with his guitar?
No.
I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just like, does the guy take his main guitar with him when he gets on a helicopter?
No, it goes on the bus, or no, it goes on the trailer probably.
I mean, maybe the guy likes to play when he.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean,
I
think Buddy Holly died with one of his guitars.
That's kind of a famous one too.
Jeff Beck.
That's just the black.
No, it's Clapton.
Clapton.
Black. The Blackie.
Steve, are you still playing through those damn mini EVH amps?
No.
What do you got? The Marshall?
Yeah.
Just double neck.
Dude, get the Yamaha, man.
That one's kind of famous too.
What's the number on that, Jay?
The THR 10.
Wait.
Was that Pages? Yeah. Somebody posted a picture of Ed playing his Gibson 1275 recently.
The THR 10
I haven't seen that.
Is the old one, but the THR 10 something, that's the new one. But it's all right. It's super duper awesome.
Okay, man.
Super duper.
Hendrix.
I mean, dude.
Isle of Wight V. Psychedelic V. Oh, he played that on the Isle of Wight and on the Dick Cavett show, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
AI Gaming says, I'm doing the dick jokes tonight since Mancuda is absent. You're welcome.
Cool. This is my favorite video right here. This is pretty cool.
that Steve or is it? Oh, that must be Steve.
Check this out. You remember seeing this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And you do the jump.
You got to do a Nerd Halen promo for that.
Yeah.
That.
Yep. Fun trip.
There it is. Okay, get this real quick.
There you go.
Good.
Nice.
Perfect, man.
Yeah.
Pretty fun, man. That was a fun trip. I'm glad I did it.
And Nesdal, what? How far does he live away from that?
Like a 40-minute train ride.
No, he didn't go.
I said that first day that he would not go. I hate it. I hate it because he should have gone. But
He didn't want to go, right?
He regrets it.
Well, I mean, I think
I love that he said, like, I would have gone if Johnny came. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, talking about somebody from California.
I just came here from California. All right.
no, I think, you know, he could have gone, but
It's physically challenging, you know, for him and his condition. So it's you know, just the steps to the Met. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I've seen the outside of that place.
Yeah. There's like, you know, 50 steps.
Here's that picture. Oh no, you can't play Zeppelin on here, dude.
You can't bend notes.
We'll really get busted for that. Wow.
Where G Butchnoff, where you live? How far would it have been?
Where you live?
Where you live? He's asking me. I'm so jealous. I wish I could afford to go.
Well, he lives in California.
Oh, he does?
California.
He lives about 20 minutes away or something
There it is,
from that guitar company that I can't stand anymore.
I think he's in like San Diego area.
Yeah.
Well, luckily I had places to stay, so it didn't cost too much. So,
did all the 1275s have those double inlays? I guess they must have.
Nesdal.
Yeah.
Yeah, call Nesdal.
Oh,
I've seen some of them with the like the string anchor points are way back towards the back of the body, like really long string anchors. Then up to the saddles, and then up to the.
How cool would it have been to see like Angus Young playing one of those? Although you wouldn't be able to see him.
You know, he'd be too big for him.
Yeah.
Really, I mean that's probably why he never did.
That would have been cool.
And their music isn't exactly 12-string guitar music either.
Right, but it would just been cool to see him like get how much more SG can you get?
Let's see, Angus Young Gibson 1275.
Speaking of Angus Young and AC/DC, we were playing some Thunderstruck for Ellie the other day, and she was loving it.
Yeah.
This kid is going to be a rocker, man.
Thunderstruck.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, this too is like the second, and every one of their songs is, you know, the straight 1 2 1 2.
Yep.
And
all right, well,
you know,
oh no, that's not Angus.
Is it Black Angus?
Thanks,
Johnny.
I don't think that's a real Gibson.
There you go. How about an all-black AC/DC band? and call it Black Angus.
Black Angus restaurant.
Johnny's about to throw up.
Oh, Steve.
I still have Namthrax, man.
That's gonna get.
God, I don't know what.
I mean, we're flagged regardless. We're flagged already, but there's certain bands where the music will definitely get you busted.
Steve, you been out in the sun or out in the wind? You're looking really red. Your
California, man. I'm in California a lot these days.
Nice.
Riverside County. Yep.
How far is that from Vancouver? How far do you ride, or do you take the?
No. It's about an hour and 40-minute flight to San Francisco, and then I go from San Francisco to wherever. So.
Oh my gosh, you're near. You've been near me a bunch of times.
I know, man. I'm gonna get there, Johnny and Caleb. I'm gonna get to you guys and bring presents, and it'll be great. Go for tacos.
Awesome.
Oh.
Wow.
Nice.
Size 5 shoe.
Yeah. Just like
5'2".
What kind of
Size
move
5
is that?
shoe.
Like, what's he doing? Is he bouncing? Or
Yeah, that's what he would jump around on his butt through the whole across the whole stage.
skid marks were created during that.
That's one of his moves. I think it really is.
Hey, Steve.
Hi.
You'll be happy to hear this.
Oh, hey,
You know the license plate that's behind me?
Uh-oh.
You see it?
No. Yeah. Oh, there. That's my license plate I made for you.
Yes, exactly. So Ellie's favorite color is red.
Yes.
So
Jen's.
what we're gonna do is she wants her room painted red.
Yes.
So I'm like, we can't paint the whole damn room red.
Why not?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint the main wall red and the rest like a light gray. So I'm gonna bring up that license plate to Lowe's and have the color match the red.
Wow.
Why don't you stripe it? Stripe.
Dude, we have that stupid like orange peel on our walls here. It won't work.
Hey, Jace. That's Schwinn bike paint. Unset orange. That's what it's called.
I know, but I'm not gonna. They're gonna be like, okay.
Can you match the sunset orange? Whoa.
On Eddie Van Halen's 5150, please.
No, because I can supply that.
I'll just spray paint the wall.
He's got 30 cases of that stuff.
I'll go with the rattle can.
What's he playing? It's not a Strat, is it? No, it's a Music Man. It looks like.
That is real teeth.
Better not be.
is that a Music Man? Or is that a GNL?
Maybe it's a GNL.
Yeah,
That's
look at those
real
teeth.
teeth.
Oh my gosh.
Is that his real teeth?
Oh my
no.
gosh.
Crap.
Oh,
I thought he had those
You never see him smile.
those fake gums. You know those fake teeth that they put in, to make them look like that? I thought that's what that was.
I think
oh,
they-
the vampire wax lips.
it
Not the
better be.
vampire ones, the I don't know what the hell they're called.
Actually, they come like that in the nerd pack. Like they come with teeth like that.
Yeah.
Oof. Wow. You think he'd take some of that?
Well, that's an early picture too. That's like
Yeah,
an early
take some of that money.
70s.
Go to the dentist, dude.
Dentist
Even-
Young.
You watch
Yeah.
Song Remains the Same, and Robert Plant's teeth are all messed up. That's like the big, Led Zeppelin movie, and look at his teeth; they're all messed up, like British teeth.
British.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You should name a tribute band, British Teeth. They got Judas Priest, British Teeth,
British teeth.
The John BL tribute band to all the British
teeth.
bands that have bad teeth.
It's all bad teeth. Bad teeth.
Coming on the stage,
Ladies and gentlemen,
British Teeth.
bad teeth.
British teeth.
British teeth.
I don't know. I don't see any teeth right there. So.
That's so good.
Oh, 12
I saw them. That was the first big rock show that I ever saw, and the opening show for Razor's Edge tour, Thunderstruck tour.
Wouldn't you just love to see how many SGs he has?
This is a good picture. This is teeth. They look fine.
Imagine how many SGs he has.
That's pretty much exclusively what he's played,
right?
His whole career.
I remember reading an interview with him. I think it might have been with Steve Rosen, actually.
So Steve Rosen probably knows the answer.
Yeah.
Who's that next to him with the Music Man? Is that Angus Young playing a Music Man? On the left?
I don't know what that is.
That's an EVH, dude.
Looks like some YouTube video.
Oh, it's somebody playing.
It's somebody playing that, yeah. But I remember Angus saying that he liked all his guitars as long as they were brown.
Brown guitars.
His guitar.
I think his number one is black. I think his number one SG is black.
I thought you meant his teeth.
Yeah. Brown teeth. British brown teeth.
Yeah, this is his number. Well, I think that's his number one.
I've never played an SG, and they just look like they're not friendly to play. But I guess
actually, it's the opposite. You'd be surprised. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, they're
so thin.
Yeah, that's that black one.
Right? Have we ever seen Eddie with an SG?
He had a white one, didn't he?
We saw him with the double neck.
He carved it all up. He had a white SG that I think he carved because he didn't like the sound, or maybe he didn't like the sound after he carved it up.
No, what he did was he cut the horn. He used one of those for the slide for Dirty Movies, and he cut the bottom horn off so he could get up higher on the guitar.
Rose, I don't know if it's Rosen. There's an interview where he talks about that.
See, most people, if
I got the picture of it.
I can't get the slide up far enough because of the horn, they would grab another guitar. But Eddie's like, fuck it, just cut the horn.
A vintage SG, probably a Les Paul.
Comes out with the hacksaw.
Yeah. Ed, shouldn't we just grab it? No, cut it off.
Oh, get my chainsaw.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
You ever see an SG with a Floyd Rose? I think they made that. Gibson actually had one, an official.
It's not deep enough. I
don't know if it was a Gibson or if it was
okay.
A mod.
It was a 1962 Gibson SG TV Junior.
Wow.
That he used. We were recording Dirty Movies in Sunset Sound when I asked Don Landy to get me a hacksaw. He asked me what I was going to do, and I told him not to worry. I hacked off the horn on the treble side of my SG, because I couldn't hit the high notes. And they looked at me like I fell out of my tree.
Here we go.
So is there a picture of that guitar with the horn cut off?
Yeah.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, man.
Are you ready?
Oh, wow.
Right there. I can't see what I'm showing you, but
that is a hack job.
Yeah. What kind of bridge is that? That's an aftermarket bridge, isn't it?
What the hell?
It looks like a Floyd Rose.
What?
What does he got on there?
Well, I'll tell you this, Johnny. If it looked like that before he cut the horn off, then I don't blame him.
Right?
Does he really have a Floyd Rose on there? Oh no,
it's got the P90 dog ear.
It's not a Floyd Rose.
And then that bridge. What does it say?
Wake up, Dave.
Yeah, he'll know what it is, the year it was built, who built it, who had the first one.
How many are still in the world?
Yeah, and what number Eddie had. Eddie had the prototype. You know,
I like it how it has a stamp on it. It has like a postal like stamp on there, like
notarized.
Here, I just
the AI gaming set looks like it got hit by a car.
And then there's the guitar he did for the photo session for the first Van Halen album.
Yeah,
he's playing that guitar.
Wow,
it looks like it's routed for Floyd, or what is that?
For a Kaler. It looks like it's routed for a Kaler.
Wow,
Jesus.
Les Paul Jr. That's probably a $10,000 guitar. What year is that one?
Yeah, that's
the SG is probably $10,000.
It's a 55.
Wow.
Good night, AI gaming.
Yeah, I got to go too, boys.
Yeah,
I'm gonna split in a minute too. I got to go to bed.
Always fun.
Well, it's 4:00 in the morning here.
It's 10 to 4.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Fine tuner on a fixed bridge.
That's probably where he got the idea for the fine tuners that he gave to Floyd, and then Floyd went and copyrighted.
Well, he was playing. Well, I don't know when did he got that guitar, but he was playing Floyd Roses in '81, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he might have had that one sitting around.
He was recording this in '81. He was playing that in '81.
Yeah, there were fine tuners on.
Right. When did the Floyds first start coming up with the fine tuners? I know the prototype.
Oh,
okay. So yeah, I mean that could definitely.
There's a stamp I was talking about.
Inspiration. What is that?
Airmail. Right there.
What is all over that body? My God, it's and the screw holes all over it. Man. Ooh. Oh, where's that guitar now?
He has it.
Probably
is that in any of the 5150 photos?
No, but it's probably there.
Packed away somewhere.
So that's the slide guitar for Dirty Movies right there.
Need to know the history behind that one, because he wasn't the. I mean, unless maybe he was the first owner, but
I don't think so.
Cool.
I don't think he was, but
did he borrow it for the song, or does he actually own it? Or
he probably owned it. He probably bought it.
We'll ask him, Johnny, when we get him on the show. Okay.
Could you imagine using a Sharpie on a guitar that's not yours is one thing, but could you imagine cutting off the horn of a guitar that you don't own?
Right, for a deep cut.
Yeah. Kind of like when Thomas McRocklin cut a big gouge in Vi's favorite floral pattern gem. Steve was not happy. That's a pretty funny story, you know?
Yeah.
We should get him on. He should talk about that.
Well, I asked him before NAMM. It was like 2 weeks before NAMM. I asked him if he wanted to come on, and he said, "Man, I'm so busy right now. Because he performed at NAMM on a bunch of different companies." So
I know.
Yeah,
I missed him, man.
You didn't see him?
I wanted to see him. I missed him. I never saw him.
Oh, Johnny.
I saw him.
Because I asked him, I said, "Do you want to come on and talk about, your School of McRock and stuff like that, and what you got going on?" So he said, "Yeah, I'll come on." But so we'll get him on. Oh shit! Maybe after I have the baby. I have the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll do that.
After Eddie
Thomas McHannon.
There you go. You son of a bitch. I told you not to tell anybody.
There you go.
Has he got a Nerd Halen pick?
He's a good dude, man.
Totally.
Did you see any more Foo Fighters at the NAMM? Don't you have two Foo Fighters with the picks right now?
Yeah.
Rockets.
Yeah. McRocklin.
Yep.
With Waldo.
Man, yeah, that was the day I didn't see you.
So that was Saturday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man.
Oh. Yeah, you got to send the picture of your boy to Jay because Jay, I described your boy to Jay. And he wants to see the picture.
What?
I don't think Johnny knows what you're talking about.
You know.
I know.
No, Johnny does. Because I already talked about it.
Oh, okay.
Let's go ahead.
I just want to say congratulations to Johnny Beane. He actually met Rob Johnson in person after 20 years.
That was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a year ago.
That was huge.
Rob Johnson.
Steve hasn't been on in a while, so
yeah.
That's right.
Rob Johnson owes me a phone call. That son of a bitch.
Rob,
Oh my God. Hey, Rob's cool, man. He'll
He is. Yeah, he is. I'm having an issue with my
flag.
my Yamaha THR 10X. And supposedly Rob had the same issue and he fixed it.
Do we already get flagged, Johnny?
Oh, we're definitely flagged. Let's end this. I want to talk to Caleb for a second.
Oh,
I want to talk to him real quick. You
you
guys can be here. It's fine.
I want to hear this.
Okay. All right. All right, you guys. All right.
Thank you all.
Thank you everybody for watching this stuff.
Oh, am I getting a talking to?
Where's the music?
yeah. You're getting disciplined.
Here, we're gonna play some music here real quick. Watch your ears, you guys. Subscribe, thumbs up, and we'll see you guys. I'm gonna do the video for the hex hider for FU Tone. I'll do that tomorrow. And again, if you guys like that looper I did, the Licado loop station.
Yeah, that was cool. I like
This thing's amazing for $60.
Yeah, that's a really cool
Holy
pedal.
crap.
And everybody be careful tomorrow night, please.
Absolutely.
If you're not drinking and driving, then look out for people that are.
If you are drinking, don't drive.
Yes. And the next day should be a holiday, national holiday. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I agree.
You're right.
Yeah. And
Well,
that's
it is
a great
in Massachusetts. It is.
that's a
but
great
you guys
CD.
are assholes.
That's a great CD right there.
The Mayfire.
Yeah. I remember that.
Are you in that picture?
Look at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That's me right there. Yeah.
I know that guy.
Man.
Kuda.
All right.
Man.
I can't wait. Let's go.
All right. All right. I'm gonna play the outro here and then we're
John
gonna
BL, play us out.
all right. Say goodnight, John BL.
Have a great night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. See you next Straturday.